Hello, everyone, especially all of you resident sleepers in chat. It's Tilted Table. We are back with another week of board games here from Twitch offices. This week we have Intrigue, we have Steam, we have Flying Airships, and we have Cooperation because we are playing Zephyr Winds of Change. This week it's a cooperative game in which we will be piloting amazing airships. And we have a special guest that we'll introduce in just a second. I am Steve, aka Orson on Demand.
I'm Jordan, aka Axel Hellfire.
Hieroglyphics.
Aka Praveen.
I refuse to use AKA. I'm so over acronyms. Just like I've outgrown them.
Yeah.
And
Joel, also known as LHG.
wow, look at this! And thank you,
I was the first.
Aislinn.
We are the best. We are one.
So much subbing and cheering. So thanks, Aislinn, for the cheers. Thank you, Penguin, for the cheers. Thank you to Crit Camp for the resub. Thank you to Moscato for the resub. I think it's going to read things. So then, before the text to speech ends on, our special guest, would you like to introduce yourself?
I am John Mietling. I am a game designer, publisher, artist.
But not just that, you're the designer of this game.
Oh yes,
This is we are playing your game. So before, and we should say, like, we are starting this game not from the beginning, just to like give you guys a bit of a better flavor. And thanks so much, John, for joining us this week. We always love talking to the actual designers of the games to keep Jordan from breaking all the rules. And John, I realize
forgetting all the rules.
It is my understanding, John, you have some upcoming projects. You want to tell us about those?
I do actually have a project that's live on Kickstarter right now, and it's funded.
Wow.
And we've been cranking through stretch goals.
Awesome.
It's called Palm Island. It's a portable resource building game. It's actually played right in the palm of your hand. I have some cards right here.
I'm like
This
60%
is what you
sure
use
I've
for the
funded
game.
this
It's
already.
mainly a little game, and it has
There's a good
multiplayer variants, both for competitive and cooperative. But it kind of has an interesting mechanic to it, where when you are going through the deck, you store resources by putting them sideways like this. So now I have a fish available to me that I can use to spend on future resources. And now I have both of these. I could spend those and flip this guy over. And now later, if you can see, I'm sorry, this is terrible. Now later you can see that it will produce more resources when it comes back through the deck. You work your way through the deck, get to the round tracker here, and you flip it over. And so each of these cards has 4 different states that any way you flip or turn them, they change and transform. And so I'm calling it kind of a deck transformer. And I see somebody actually shared.
Thank you,
the
Slaughter.
Kickstarter.
Thank you, Slaughter. Always the producer.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. So
Go check that out,
you can see
everyone.
some more information on there, but it's going very well. We've unlocked a lot of stretch goals. And the best thing about this game is it is literally does not require a table. You can play it anywhere you are. You can. I play it waiting for the bus. You can play it on a plane. Pick it up and it fits in your pocket. So it's a really nice solo game, but it also has some cool cooperative things. We've added some campaign elements to it. So as you get better at that at the game, you can earn those and their special powers. And it's got a lot of cool stuff going on, and it's being really well received. And I can't be more happy with how the campaign's going.
How long do we have? How long is the Kickstarter for? How much longer?
So this Kickstarter is actually a really short one. I had to kind of make this one a little bit shorter, both because it is a very simple game. So we're not going to be adding, 80 different miniatures to it. So I figured we didn't need that much time, but also I have some other campaigns that I have coming up that I'd like to get to before the year is out. So we actually have 13 days left to back it.
13 days.
Wow.
You guys heard it here.
Don't check
Not
back
first.
in 2 weeks.
Not even first, but you heard it here, and that's what's important. So go check out. We did paste the link in chat. You have 13 more days to get in on that. Though I will say, like, without a table, what is there to tilt?
Yourself.
I guess just tilt myself. Well, John, we are really happy to have you here to explain this. And this one, was this last year? When did this come out?
Yeah, so this was on Kickstarter. We're almost 2
Yeah, it's been a
years
while.
ago now.
Wow, okay.
It was like the campaign was 2016, right?
Yeah. Wow. It makes me feel even older than I really feel.
I remember because that was during my 2016 Kickstarter buying spree.
which we still have not yet recovered on the stream.
Yeah, you guys need to sub more to pay for my 2016 expenses.
April 28th, 2016 is when this funded on Kickstarter. And then it took us about a year to get it to everybody. It had a lot of extras that I did with both Kickstarter backers, and I added into the game after the fact. Really, this was definitely a passion project for me. So as you can see, there's a lot of unique artwork, and I have people like my wife asked me, why don't you just do one piece and put it on all the cards? And it was like, well, I don't know. I just want this game to be fun and amazing. So all the different enemy ships you fight, they all have different artwork, and I did all the artwork for the game, and so I spent tons of nights sitting up with my tablet, watching The Office or Parks and Rec for the fourth time, and just painting away on these pieces. And so yeah, it took a long time, and very small team.
You're doing it wrong. You gotta watch The West Wing while you paint.
And I heard you did this on a steam-powered easel, which is like very apropos, given the game. So we salute you on that one.
Yeah.
So let's dig in a bit on this game. So we already. Oh wait, sorry, I'm ahead of
Steve.
myself, guys.
Thank you,
Jordan,
Moscato, for the 50 bits.
Thank you, Slaughter, for the 3 bits. Sorry, Jordan made a little nummy face at me, which means I forgot to announce the stream snack.
But he was so excited about it.
What is
before
a
the stream.
nummy face?
He was
Define
like,
that word.
he was like,
Is that an Ohio word? That's not
Nummy.
a real word.
I think it's something like fake dinosaurs that can talk say to human beings in movies.
What?
Like num. Okay. Didn't they say that in like the?
That's like only Toy Story. That's literally the only movie where that
Okay.
applies.
Fine. Okay, so this week's stream snack is. Okay, it is a cactus chocolate.
What?
Named Juju Cactus Chocolate. The brand is G-Kiss, and they are little like idol-looking
I'm excited.
things
Wait,
here.
is it like cactus fruit? 'Cause
I
that's
don't
delicious.
know.
Yeah.
I can't read.
That's
the
my guess.
I can't read.
Korean.
Cactus fruit chocolate.
Characters
I'd eat that.
There's I think it's
Oh my
cactus
god.
chocolate.
I'm excited for this. I want to get the close up.
A vision quest here.
Hey, Go Kid, thank you
Go
for the
Kid,
host.
thank you for the raid.
Oh, and the raid.
Thank
Wow,
you,
welcome to the
welcome.
stream, everyone.
Welcome everyone. It's
You've gotten here
G-Kiss.
just in time for
G-Kiss.
glorious chocolate.
Okay, you didn't get a
idols.
pink one.
Not
So
just cactus.
did you get a
not
pink
just
one?
chocolate.
Wait,
No,
there's
it's-
multiple
Is this-
colors?
I don't know.
Where's this from?
This is definitely Korean.
Okay.
We love all kinds of raids, no matter how old they are.
These chocolates are made of the highest graded material with our best wishes. Enjoy the sweet taste and refresh yourself.
Ooh, these are nice.
Just look at the face. Someone
So
just
for those
play
of you
the
who are
face.
just joining the stream, we're eating chocolate. I know,
And
it's super exciting.
We are playing Zephyr Winds of Change. We are joined by the game designer and the graphic designer of the game, like all in one.
Yes.
Oh,
We've
they're
got
not
John
pink.
here on a video call with us
Oh my gosh!
to
on the
show us all
inside.
the amazingness.
That's the
Great
cactus.
beer. I just wish I could have some chocolate too.
We will ship you some.
Oh
Steve
my
will
gosh.
arrive at your door.
This is
I
one of my
have to
favorite.
go look up some cactus chocolate and see if I
There
This is
you
one of
go.
my recent favorite snacks. I think
This is
it's
really
nice.
good. This is
Yeah.
really good. Where did
Not
you
to,
get
like,
this?
Take the streak
It's
to weird
from
places,
oh,
but, like,
Penguin.
just slide
Penguin.
down the
Yes,
title.
Penguin, thank
For
you.
sure.
Penguin, thank you. Oh my gosh, good.
No worries, Go Kid. We will be here when you get back playing this awesome game. We will see you soon.
If you're back in like a week, we'll still be playing it. A month, we will still be playing it.
Yeah,
This is all we do now, guys.
yeah, just this game.
All right,
It's
let's
that
do it.
good.
Let's hop in.
Tell us about this game. Where are we now, right now in the game? Well, let's start. Actually, what is the game? Like, give us like the 3-sentence thing, and then like let's go into like where are we right now?
You want the spiel?
Yes.
Let's do the spiel and then like
Alright.
where we are.
Give us the spiel.
Okay. So, Zephyr Winds of Change is a cooperative modular tabletop adventure for 1 to 5 players, where you take on the role of a steampunk airship captain. You've been recently recruited to a band of vigilantes who call themselves Zephyr, and your main purpose is to defend the last shred of civilization against the ever-growing evils of a fallen world.
I just saw that spiel go past like Star Wars font.
It's in all-time mode. It's Avid.
So pretty much your steampunk airship captains, you each have your own unique airship.
Oh man, having the
Each
steampunk
ship, it is
cosplay would be
asymmetric.
amazing.
Each ship is very different in how they work. They have their own strengths, their own weaknesses, but all of them also can be built very different ways. So it's kind of like a starting. It's not a blank slate, but it is a starter slate in a way that you can customize as you move your way through the game. So you'll notice on your ship. I don't know if you guys can. You can see some of this on the stream. So Jordan's got the merchant gypsy over there, and you can see on the left side of his ship he has hull on the side. He has got a few of those upgrades, and we're actually right now set up to start part of the way through the basic mission, which is called Plain and Simple. Little pun there for those of you who enjoy those. This is the easiest mission in the game, and the game is kind of designed so that you can select the mission based on your group. If you want a longer adventure, then you pick one of the longer or harder ones. Same thing if you want an easier experience. I kind of designed this to be a game that would scratch the deeper itch for myself, but still be a game that my wife would want to play with me. And I am very fortunate that this is her favorite game, so that's awesome.
Well
I know
done.
that she's not just biased because I have other games and she hates them and she doesn't play them. Anyways, so yeah, you select your mission, and there are 8 missions in the Founders Edition that you have that give different varying lengths, different starting supplies, different types of adventures. And so we have selected Plain and Simple, and Plain and Simple is pretty short. It goes through 3 different regions, which are areas that have special effects as you move your way through the different regions. If you're going to show those, then yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that. Each different mission has a section that tells you what your starting supplies are, a section that tells you how difficult it is, what is set up and everything. So this is like your map, your roadmap for what's going to happen in this game and how you should set it up. So we are going to play that. We are starting off actually at tier 2, like we already dealt with tier 1, where it's a little bit of a like kind of farming through that, get yourself kind of set up. Hopefully you don't run into bad things or have a player make too poor of a choice.
Thank you for the bits, Moscato.
That will definitely hurt the team. So we're ready to go here. And so what we would do is we put the mission down and put a cube on the first day of the second tier. So you see here,
could you hand me the cube bag?
6 days. I believe the card went away, but
Yes, I have the card here.
So I should say, I think the winner of the game should get the rest of the chocolate.
It's co-op.
It's co-op.
So
We all win
this
together.
is a
Ha!
pure cooperative game, so there is no one winner. You're either all winners or you're all losers.
And there's only one piece of chocolate, so I guess.
I guess John gets it.
Everyone gets a little cube, so that they spit it out.
We'll cut it up.
I call first
Oh, no.
lick.
We are.
Oh, do we lose you, John?
This call is breaking up.
I'm still here. I got a little choppy for a second. Is it working?
Discord in 2017, Omega Lol.
Oh.
Oh.
He might be back.
What is this? Is this Crit Camp? Are we Crit Camp now? Crit
Yeah.
Camp. Hey, Moscato, are we you now?
It's our soundboard. It's extra effects.
Moscato, are we you? Is this you? Are you doing this? I think you're back. I think you're back.
Okay.
Yes.
For the most part.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. I didn't lose you, but you got a little choppy, so I'm not sure if it just was a bandwidth issue or what. All right, so we are kind of ready to start. I started the explanation of the ships. I guess we'll pick up where I left off with that. You'll notice on the left side of, if we take a look at Jordan's board here, he's got the merchant gypsy, and this ship is kind of a support sort of ship. And you'll see on the left side, he has hull. Now, as you move your way through the game, you'll be able to spend money on different upgrades, and hull is one of those upgrades, and it ends up representing what amount of damage you can take before you're dead. And in this one, there is no permanent elimination. There are some missions that are permanent elimination, but in this one, you actually just kind of get knocked out of where you're at and have to take a penalty. So you'll end up having to roll and see what sort of permanent effect happened to your ship while you were running away with your tail between your legs.
Crit Cam, thank you for the 250 bits.
Google Fiber.
I wish I could get Google Fiber, but it only runs in parallel streets in San
Dude,
Francisco.
for my connection, I need to do better. All right, so the next thing on your ship, you got your hull on your left side. Then there's a bunch of spaces out in the middle of the ship. These are your system upgrades. So as you collect new systems and add them to your deck, this does have a deck building mechanic in it. As you add those to your deck, you actually add tokens to your mat as well, and these represent what cards are in your deck. And these representations you use to scale your ship for access with other mechanics, I suppose. So when we'll get to that, I guess, a little bit later. The third part of your ship that I'd like to talk about is the crew members. So you have your ship, and Jordan is the captain of his ship, and he knows his ship through and through. He's like any good captain, Captain Kirk, Picard, Malcolm Reynolds, whoever your favorite is.
Janeway.
He would know how to do anything on his ship. He could man the helm, which would allow him to play maneuver cards. He could man the guns, which allows him to play attacks, or he could perform any sort of technical action, which would allow him. These three different actions I explained actually are represented in cards. There are different card types. And so Jordan, as the captain, can play one of any of these cards. But if he wants to play more cards, he needs crew members. And you'll see at the bottom of his ship, he has 2 crew members right now. He has one in the attack station, and he has one in the technical station. This means that he can play one card of any type, and an attack, and a tech card. And those are represented by the different symbols that you see that match the cards as well. So when he draws his hand of cards, the amount of cards he can play is defined by his crew, and then the captain himself can play a card of any type, one card of any type, every single round. In addition, the crew members, which actually have kind of an interesting visual to them too, the crew members have both a faction and a personality. The faction represents their background, which is actually the background of the card. That second card you see there is the faction, and this one I believe is it's a little delayed here. Is that a greaser? No, that's a merchant.
Merchant, yeah.
You got a merchant there, and so that's actually on cooldown right now. The other side shows the power that you get to use with it, and so that is the background, and then the foreground of the card is their personality. So it's kind of like I hire a pilot. I don't know their name or if they're a man or a woman. I just know I need a pilot. So when you hire someone, you hire them based on their faction. He said, I need a merchant, and that will give me that ability. And then he draws a random personality from that clear card deck, and he got himself Adeline Marie, who has her own special power. And that power allows him to do extra things depending on which crew member you get. They also go on cooldown based on different powers. Some are more powerful than others. They go on cooldown for longer or shorter times. And we'll get into the specific rules when we have to deal with those a little bit later. So that's kind of the basics of most of the ship. There's one more thing but wait, there's more. Your ship has a special ability on it. And that is, should have a token. I don't know if we distributed those or not.
We did.
But you should have a token on your ship mat that shows whether your special ability is on cooldown or able to be activated. And each ship has its own special ability. Did I lose you guys again here? It's kind of flickering.
No,
we're here.
it's good. We're here.
We hear you.
Cool. I just want to make sure I'm not like off on a tangent explaining something while I'm lagging out and stuff. Okay, so the special ship ability, each ship has their own unique ability. Jordan's ship actually lets him buy ship parts at cheaper prices, where Joel's ship lets him scare away enemies that are weaker than him. So if he has more hull than him, he can just say, not today, flip that over, and they just go away because he is just a giant ship.
That's
so
my strategy as a manager. Not today.
As we need to.
Not today.
All right. So when you set up the game, you get everything out, and on the back of the book, it shows you a good way to set up all the parts. We have kind of got that already going here, and the start of the game, we would put the marker on the start of the mission card, but we're starting off at tier 2. And what this means is enemy ships are actually harder than tier 1. So if we take a look at an enemy ship, or we can wait. Do you want to wait on that, or do you want to take a look now?
Let's do it.
Would
I
it be a
just said let's
surprise?
do it. I don't know.
What are we doing?
We're looking at enemy ships, correct?
Oh yeah. You have this.
So we can look at an
stack.
enemy ship, or we could wait until you encounter one. Either way.
Oh, well, we'll do it when we encounter it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be a surprise.
Yes.
All right, so in order to begin the game,
Slaughter, I'm
we
terrifying
enter
when
this
I want to be.
region,
Trust.
And in this region has a special effect that is shown by the region card. And it looks like you have the city of Flotsam there.
We do, yes.
Which has a special ability, and that is it actually makes your upgrades cheaper every day. So that'll be really good. This is a good space to be spending money. However, you also have to be careful because you're going to be out on assignments, and so you might spend all your time on assignments and not back your buying. So you might want to alter your decision making based on your region, which could end up happening. So what we're going to do here to get set up, we have assignments that need to be divvied up to all our captains. As a part of Zephyr, you'll each receive an assignment when you enter a new region because they have certain jobs that need to be completed. There are enemies attacking
Secret.
civilians, blockades happening,
two.
other fuel deliveries need to happen. And so you will get these assignments and get to choose whether or not you want to go on these assignments. Now, these are public knowledge, and you can discuss them freely among each other. But this is assigned to you. That means, Joel, your assignment you have, if you take it, you have to go on it. Other people can come with you, but if you didn't say you don't want to do it, someone else can't take it over for you.
All right.
So you're going to look at these assignments, see
Joel, we'll
something you
totally come
want to
with
do
you
if
on
you
that
think you have
mission.
time to handle. One of the biggest concerns we have in this mission is we need to keep time in our mind because the whole mission is kind of like a timer. There's a commander that's attacking a city, and we only have a certain amount of time to go take care of that. If we don't get there in time, then we'll kind of fail. But how that works is we can't stay on our assignments longer than we have in the overall mission. So you'll see we have, 4 days before that commander fight that we have to do. So if you have a mission that takes you 3 days, that's going to be most of the rest of the game. So you guys probably want to discuss and see, anyone have any missions that are short, at like 2 days?
Where does it
Mine
say
is-
your amount of days?
That's a
So
good
each
question.
symbol on the card shows you the amount of days. Each symbol is an area that you'll move to. It takes you a day to get to each.
So this is a 1 day.
Yours is 2 days. It has a start
It's
symbol
2
and an
days.
end symbol.
Oh, sorry. This is two. Oh,
Right.
this symbol.
Can I
Not
see
this
that?
one.
Mine is.
So the arrow on the bottom says your starting day, and that will
Yeah,
you'll
okay.
Yeah.
start this turn on that day.
Right.
If you decide not to take your assignment,
That's fine.
you can join other people's assignments, and this might be important because when you're off on your own assignment, if you find yourself in a battle or another situation where you need assistance, if you're by yourself, you are by yourself, meaning that nobody can come to help you.
Yeah.
And this is going to be very important for the Bandit Condor because it is not the most robust or it's
Praveen, go off on your own. I think you should do it.
You literally had mine because my mission is like this epic battle mission. I was just thinking in my head.
Praveen,
like,
follow
I
your
don't beat
dreams.
these idiots. I'm
Follow
just
your
gonna
dreams
go
and go off on
So
your own.
which one is that?
He has the gauntlet.
Oh, so the gauntlet is definitely an interesting card, and it's one of those. The whole game is risk reward. It's what do I want to do? What do I want to take here? So, if you were to take this one, the nice thing is it actually says that the commanders you'll fight through this are actually weaker, and commanders are great to fight if you can win because they give you special rewards.
Ooh.
When you defeat a normal enemy, you will get to roll for rewards, and it could be scrap, it could be basic systems and stuff. But if you take a look at the enemy commanders, I've got one here. The enemy commanders have their own reward table at the bottom,
Oh
and
my
these
God.
could end up giving you bronze, silver, gold, or even epic systems. And these are the only
Epic.
way you can get epic
Praveen.
systems is by fighting commanders.
Dude,
And
I made
I think I
up
see in your
everything.
face that you're rethinking the ditching that mission, and you want to go ahead and take that risk
So-
and go out on that.
do we just pick like one or two of these to go on? Like,
I mean, we could do
Well, so how
we
many
could
days
do
do we
all
have
4 if we
total?
wanted to do them solo. We have 4 days left.
Okay.
The assumption being that we've already spent 2 days in
Oh,
the
I
tier
see.
1 region. Maybe we did some short missions. We've all come back, and now we've gotten our new assignments because you get a new assignment in each
Okay.
region.
Okay, well we literally can't do this then because this is 3 days.
Ah. Incorrect. Yours has multiple paths. So, with the exception of Joel's, everyone has a assignment that looks similar to mine, which is you can start here and go directly to the final part, or you can spend an extra day taking this alternate path. So all of ours.
Why would you do that?
Because you could get more rewards from
commandos, dude.
doing whatever it says
So
to
in
do
this
there,
mission, you're really
or a
crunched for
benefit.
time, but some of the other missions, you have 4 days in every region.
Right.
So you may want to take a longer path to get extra rewards.
So, for example, Steve, in your assignment Double Trouble, if you spend a day going the longer route, you can repair your ship and replace all of your crew members off cooldown, which is really powerful if you had taken a lot of damage prior to going on the assignment or whatever. Or if something bad happened on the first day.
Right, and so you might make a more risky decision on the first day, saying, I know I've got that one in my pocket, I can just go that way if I end up getting really damaged.
and I have like
So
2.
your options right now, you're looking at, do we want to go together, like team up, would we want to split up into groups of 2? If someone wanted to feel strong and go off by themselves, there's lots of options and discussion of where you want to go here. But the best thing for you to do would be to take a 2-day assignment, because that means at the next region you could take another assignment, meaning you can complete more. Now we're saying you guys actually, in order to complete this, have to have completed 1 assignment per player. And you guys had a really good run in the first region, split up into 2 groups, and you finished 2 assignments. So we're halfway to the goal right now, which normally you would do, Jordan, if you want to grab a couple cubes. You put cubes on the mission tracker if there's any sort of count that you have to do. So put 2 cubes on there, and we know that we just have to complete 2 assignments, which also lets you know that you have 4 days to complete those 2 assignments. So if everybody wants to pile on 1 assignment, you could do that. Something to consider as well is if you're going to do a 3-day assignment, you have to worry about the regions as they get higher tiers. So if you do 3 days, it'll be 2 days of tier 2 and 1 day of tier 3 because of the way the mission is structured.
Right.
So you're going to end up dealing with even harder enemies on day 3, and so you may not want to commit to that much time out away from repairing.
Okay, so what shall we do, folks?
So
Let's do this one.
I really like doing Praveen's just because it's awesome.
Why is it mine not?
Well,
Because
Yeah.
cool upgrades.
you get
You get upgrades and the enemies
Yeah.
are weaker. So if we split into, I don't know how many people it would normally take to do this, but I feel like we could do it in 2.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably spend 2 people on that. Joel's is relatively easy compared to the rest because there's no commander.
Literally called easy pickings.
Yeah.
Feels good, man. Go gather 20 herbs.
So if you
20
wanted,
wolf pelts,
yeah.
please.
So if you wanted to, Joel, you could probably solo that. Steve and I have similar ones, except that Steve's ends with him fighting 2 commanders, whereas mine ends with fighting 1 commander. So mine is like slightly easier. But I would definitely be willing to join Praveen on his mission rather than do mine.
Then I too also as well would like to join Praveen Tambien.
Okay.
And then we're just
I
gonna
don't know
solo
if
mine.
we like Steve
Okay.
on these missions,
So,
but I think we'll take
if-
you in.
For the 2 assignments that we decided on, let's put these up here. Joel, if you want to hand me yours.
All right. The box. Can I give you the box a little bit?
Yeah, I will make sure it's visible once we have them out. And then we will put your
Oh, we put our ships on?
ships on it. So you start on the actual map, and we go in the allies section,
Oh.
right?
Wow.
Oh, there's a limit to how many allies you can have.
Yeah. So
thought
I can
that-
only
Joel-
bring 1 person.
Joel
on mine.
can't take everyone on his super easy pickings one. Great. So we've picked our assignments. What would we do next, John?
All right, so if you take a look at your reference card, this helps us kind of know
Oh, yeah.
how the turn works. So the move phase is kind of what we just did. We already got new assignments and moved on to them. On the following day, what we're going to do is we're going to move to the next space on our assignments. So that's what happens kind of in the move. Now, the next part is explore. And what this looks like is you look at the space that your party leader, which actually ended up being whoever's assignment it was.
The Bandit Condor.
They are the party leader, and this actually means that they get to make any final decisions on this assignment.
Oh God in heaven, no.
Do you have any rewards and stuff? So this would be something you want to consider. Do you want to go on an assignment with that person?
No.
Because you know,
No, I'm out.
Everyone bail.
How they make decisions. So
It's gonna be great.
Consideration.
Oh my God, I'm doomed. This is where co-op games just fail with Praveen in charge of anything.
It is a pure co-op game, though, so
Could you get those
helping
two decks
everybody
of
out
quick
is
shuffle
in your best
or hand
interest,
me one?
and
That's
it ends
a-
up being a lot easier to fight big
Yeah,
battles when
you
everybody is
assume
being
a level
fairly
rationality that
well.
Praveen does not have.
No, see, Steve is just tilted because I always assume that he's gonna roll a 3 or less on a 6-sided die, and that's pretty much true.
Whatever. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes you want that.
All right, so we have basically Praveen and Joel who need to make some explore decisions here.
Right, and so if let's see, so Praveen is on actually a commander space.
Oh, yeah.
So he will be drawing. And is Joel or who? Joel's by himself.
Joel's on a question.
And
On a
then we
question
have
mark.
Jordan. And I'm
Wait, you
sorry,
can
I
put them
forgot
both
your
on
name.
the box,
Did
Jordan
actually.
and Steve are
There.
with
Does the box
me
have to
on
be
the
there?
gauntlet.
I cut out again?
No,
We'll-
it's
we'll
easier
just-
to see, I think.
Yeah. Rip Joel.
Ah,
Am I back?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you're here.
Okay.
We never lost you.
We would never
Oh,
lose
okay.
you.
It just got really choppy for me again. Okay, so you guys all will be fighting a commander, so you're actually not going to be drawing any cards. So we're going to get you your commander right now. So we're going to get to take a look at enemy
scared.
ships. So you're going to draw an enemy ship because every commander has a ship.
Oh
Oh,
no.
we got a Bandit Condor class. One of my people.
All right, so if we
Cadence
take a look at the
Corruption.
ship we actually see on the left side, it has hull, just like your ships have hull. But they have little numbers by them. And this is related to the tier we're on. All of the numbers equal to and less than, or less than, the tier we're on get activated. So on this ship, I'm not sure which one you have, and the thing's a little bit behind. We get
It's the
everything
Cadence
with a 1 and a
Corruption.
2. So he gets hull based on those numbers, and then he also gets, we see the bottom, has crew members. And the crew members are going to let him take extra actions, just like they let you, as the captain of your ship, take extra actions. They're going to roll extra dice. And those are also enabled based on your tier. So in a higher tier, there's more crew, they're going to be rolling more dice and be harder to deal with. So we see over on the right side, though, the right side has the abilities, and that is what this ship can possibly do to you. So you can see the amount of damage that he can do, and you can see whether or not he can evade. And I'm trying to.
Yeah,
I
in
can't
this
quite
case,
see
he
on here.
can
I'm trying
he
to
can
see
do
which one
2
he-
damage, 1 damage, or evade 1 attack, and then on 5 or 6 he does nothing.
Yes, you have Cadence Corruption, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, so you can see here, he actually has he's got a big shot in there, and he also has a little bit of an evade. So you kind of get a little bit of a sense of what you're up against, but you don't know what the dice are going to do. Now, that shows you what this ship would do if it were not a commander. However, it is a commander, so you need to draw a commander card.
Doesn't my thing have an effect as well? I
the
just
skull
want
and
you to-
crossbones.
I just want to make sure that we're doing that right.
No. Oh,
The gauntlet.
it's your effect for the gauntlet is that all commanders draw 1 fewer enemy ship, which we haven't
Okay.
gotten to yet.
Oh, these are separate decks.
Yeah. So you want the ones that match the commander symbol on the back, which would be, I believe, that one. Yes.
So this card will replace, and it goes right over top of the
We have Luther.
abilities on
Luther.
the ship. So, who'd you get here?
Luther.
Luther. Okay, yeah, that's actually not bad. Actually, Luther doesn't draw any enemy ships to start with.
Darn.
So
That's good, man.
you're just gonna be pounding away on
Does that mean
Luther
we
here.
can take away his
Sadly,
ship?
though, he doesn't give you that big of rewards either.
Damn it.
So that's the trade-off.
Yeah.
Thanks, Praveen.
Screw you, Luther.
But getting gold systems is still nice.
Yeah, he just doesn't
and
have any
not
epic.
dying is also nice.
This is true.
Not dying.
So
sounds pretty
that
good to me.
covers up that. Yep, just like that. And then now we have to reveal what Joel is up to.
So I'm
Joel
exploring.
Joel is probably on a question mark space. I
That's
think,
correct.
like
That is
playing,
correct,
Yep.
yes.
Easy pickings. And the question mark means you kind of get to choose your own path. So
We
can
Joel
make
is
that happen,
going to
Slaughter.
choose whether he wants to go scavenging or skirmishing. So the scavenge is the blue deck, and that one ends up being non-combat events.
Usually.
And then the skirmish is combat events. So you gotta choose the red pill or the blue pill.
Well, I am
one is
on my
so
own
good?
and
So do you
not
want
particularly well
story or combat?
armed. I'm on my own and not particularly well armed. So
Combat.
I am going. Yeah, definitely. No, I'm just gonna draw from the blue deck here. So I just take one of these.
Boring
Yeah,
deck.
and then you
Boring
move
deck
on
or
to the
exciting deck? Boring deck or
Right.
No,
boring
it's not
deck?
boring.
America
And
or
just go for it.
Canada?
He picked
All hands
Canada.
on deck. Augustus Wade, the merchant mechanic, has an offer for you. Pay 5 scrap to set this card aside, which I can actually afford. While at the resupply, you or any other ally ship may pay 10 scrap to place this card next to your ship. This card acts the same as an additional crew station. The station does not enable an additional action deck play.
So basically, you have currently
Oh,
two
so
open
there's
crew
a-
stations. You could get,
You could get an extra
another
one.
one
Well,
if you paid 5 scrap to set this aside, and then
and then another
10
scrap later on
when
the
you were
line.
at the resupply.
Which Jordan actually might be very interested in because his ship scales its draws based on the number of crew members he has.
This is true. Though I
Okay.
do already have 2 open slots for crew members.
That's also true.
Yeah, is it worth my scrap to set this aside for later? Maybe.
The person who probably needs it most, if anyone, is Praveen, who only has 1 open slot left.
But you can't give it to him, right? 'Cause he's not
Well,
Well, I don't know what I should
Didn't
be.
it say you or anyone else
An
could
ally.
an
Yeah.
ally? Yeah. So when we get to the resupply after we've done the
Oh,
missions, anyone could pay the 10 scrap if he pays the 5 now.
And that will stay for the rest of the game too, so
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be bought
Okay.
immediately. It can be bought later.
But you don't have to. We do all have crew slots right now. So unless
Yeah.
Praveen really wants to have that slot, we could pass on it. So it's up to you, Praveen, probably, to convince Joel to spend 5 scrap.
I'm fine.
I-
I don't want no non-character cards.
Yeah, like
I
you
my
should have
colorful
fought.
see-through cards.
No, you will. If you get this,
Like
it's a slot
this
that
is
you'll put a
slot
character
there,
on top of.
and then you can put that there.
So
yeah.
it becomes you could get even more characters.
Oh, I'm in. I'm down.
Okay, the question is,
How much
I don't
scrap
know
do you
what
have?
what my scrap. I have exactly 5. I
wouldn't
don't know
do
what it's
it.
worth.
So
like,
if you look on the back of your reference card, it shows you how much systems and things cost.
okay, so
Yeah,
based
so
on
bronze
so
are
it's
10
10,
crew.
It's
silver
half of a
are
bronze
20,
system.
Crew members are 20. You can of course read them. The gold are 30, and the epics are so rare you can't buy them. You have to get them off of those.
So basically, if you get this for Praveen, Praveen's going to need to come up with 30 scrap total, 10 to buy that card, and 20 to buy.
It seems like
Actually,
worth
50
it.
scrap because he would have to buy 2 crew members to actually use it.
Don't do
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, that seems.
Okay, I think we'll toss it for now then. So that's
Goodbye.
just like the discard pile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably not a bad idea. That definitely would be more beneficial if you have a lot of extra scrap or you're playing a lot longer
Longer game, yeah.
Okay, and so that is my turn.
Yeah. Now, I do. You can correct me if I'm wrong, John, but I want to make the point that the way this game is set up, you can actually do a lot of this stuff sort of simultaneously. A lot of things can happen at once, but
Yes.
for the point of viewing on the stream, we're going to kind of go through things one at a time in sort of a more orderly fashion that will make it take a little longer. But if everyone knows how to play the game and is going on multiple assignments at once, the people who are on assignment together can kind of do their assignment while the other people are doing their other assignment without having to wait to see what the other people are doing.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
to a certain point, yes. That's where they can be taking their turns, but it is important to be staying on the same days as everybody else. Because
Exactly.
You could be taking care of your own battle,
Yeah.
making your decision well. So he could have been weighing the options here while you guys were fighting the first few rounds of this battle.
Exactly.
Well, let's fight this baddie.
So all right, so
Steve,
the rest
listen
of this
to what I
battle,
have to
we
say.
are
Yeah,
going
I'm
to do,
making this
again, you look at your reference card, you can see the battle sequence here. The first thing you're going to do is we see our enemy, so we're going to declare targets. Now, you declare both who you are targeting, and you have these little target reticles that have your color that you can use. Here, there's no real option, so you're all targeting him.
Yeah.
I'm targeting
I
Praveen.
target Steve.
No, you do not.
All right, and then you have to choose who he is targeting, and this kind of ends up being like
Praveen.
your
we should target
formation.
whoever has the
So
highest
who's
health.
flying out front, kind of a thing, or
Right.
who is
Praveen.
going to fly at this guy and engage him.
You have armor, right?
I do. Steve and I have armor.
What's the difference
you
between
do
the
not.
health and the armor? I don't know.
Okay, the difference between these
Great
two
question.
things are well, first of all, one is more expensive than the other, but the reason it's more expensive, the armor repairs every day automatically.
Oh.
So when we start tomorrow, it'll repair automatically, but the structure, which Praveen has, will not repair unless you use an action to repair, and he doesn't have anything in his deck that lets him repair.
Okay.
So him taking damage is much more important or more painful than your armor taking damage.
I will.
Yeah, I
I
say
will
we send
lead.
out Steve.
I'll lead. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a born leader. I'll lead.
Yeah, the other things to consider is obviously you guys don't know this because you haven't looked at all your cards yet, but I have some cards in my deck that if I draw them, allow me to evade attacks. You also have a person, Ace Megan, who allows you to evade incoming attacks.
Oh, Ace Megan.
So that makes both of us a better choice than Praveen, in addition to just looking at the armor.
Yes.
So it's fine for him to target you this turn. We can
He can
also
target me,
change
but
the
don't target-
target after each combat round, right?
Yeah, each round of combat, we're going to be declaring targets. We draw our cards, play our cards, resolve them, and then you can reassign all the targets.
So if
I
you
would
get in
just say,
trouble,
like,
we can
Basically,
switch it.
shuffle
I would
around.
just say,
It's
like-
kinda like a dogfight where targets can change.
Perfect.
Okay, come at me, bro.
All right, so he's
Okay,
targeting
so now what we
Steve.
do now that targets are declared, normally what we do is we move the ship
What's this?
near
It's
the
your deck of
player it's
cards.
targeting. But in this situation, we can just
shuffle
remember
them?
Yeah.
the
Oh.
what we're going to do next
A lot
here
of
is we're
them
going to draw our cards. You'll
tied to
shuffle
your
up your deck
systems.
because
Plus
you
some
haven't
that
used
are
it before.
unique.
If you had used it before, it would already be kind of stuck in a certain state with a
That's
discard pile
Yep.
and everything. But we haven't
Classic
yet, so
double
shuffle your
optimist.
decks. And then we're going to draw cards. And you're going to draw cards based on both your starting ship state and any of its augmentation
Yep.
it has on there.
And-
So Praveen, yours says that you draw one
Yeah.
card plus an additional card for every 2 ship systems, and you should have 6 ship
I do.
systems, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that means you're going to be drawing 4 cards, right?
Yep. And to
Wait, how many do I draw?
for yours says
Two
you
hot-
get a starting hand size of 2 plus an additional card for every 2 ship systems, and you have
4,
3 ship systems.
So I get.
I believe.
Oh,
And that always rounds down. So
Yeah.
you're going to get
So
I get
you,
3
you
cards.
get 3 cards.
Can I open? Can I draw them right now?
Yeah. And then I have 1 card plus an additional card for each crew member, which is also 3. Now, for those of you who weren't here when we explained this in the beginning, the cards that are in this deck are every ship has a unique set of cards that start off their deck and that are built around the style of that ship. But then additionally, all of these systems that we have built and added to the main part of our ship have added more cards to the deck. And those are systems that are available for anyone to purchase. And you can even have duplicates of them. For example, Praveen has several of the same system because they have an aggressive attack ability that's very good for him. All right, so what do we do
when
next?
you draw your cards in your hand, you guys can discuss kind of what you have and
Oh,
figure it
okay.
out. Now, this guy is pretty much toast. He's got 3 health. He's going to be rolling twice, which means that the maximum he's going to be able to evade is 2 attacks. And so if you're dealing enough damage with the extra attacks, that will just obliterate him pretty much.
So we normally play 1 card. Is that what you said, Jordan?
No, you can play a number of cards equal to the number of crew members you have plus 1, sort of, which is that your crew members can only play a specific type of card based on the symbol above their head, and then as the captain, you can play 1 of any
Okay,
type.
so I can play all my cards.
No.
If he has matchups,
Oh
then
yes,
yeah.
yes. But you should explain why you can play all of them because
Well,
you
I
have
a card that so I have 2 attack cards and my guys can only attack because they're bandits.
Right.
So I can play that, and as a captain, I can play Matchlock Repeater, which allows me to play 1 additional attack card. So then I can play my burst cannon, which is all
Great.
my attacks.
Do any of yours? Are they all just 1 damage each?
No, burst cannon is 3.
All right. So as my
And these get shuffled back in, right? It's not like
they'll
once
go
I
to your
use
discard. Then when you run out, you'll shuffle. So I'm gonna have my greaser play. Let's see. What are the different card types again, John? Can you?
So there's attack, maneuvers, and tech.
Okay.
And that's the sword symbols are attack, the arrow is maneuvers,
Great.
and the wing gear thing is tech.
All right. So I'm gonna play a tech card called Explosive Rounds, which I can place on any attack card in play. I'm gonna place it on your burst cannon, and this attack card now does direct damage, which I believe means that he can't evade it.
Yeah, he will die now.
So I
Absolutely.
basically
So-
guaranteed that he dies.
So now you can end up making sure that the greaser who's taking the damage, he can now say, I don't need to deal damage. I'll just play cards that will make me defensive if he happens to have it.
If I have a card that does evade, does that only affect me, or does that?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't evade for somebody else.
Right, that's what I figured. So what would you like to play?
Well, what's the most damage he can do?
The most damage he can do is
If he
2.
rolls 2 1s,
So I'm fine.
Or sorry, no. The most damage he can do is 4
4.
because he gets 2 rolls.
And he attacks me first.
He will attack you with all the rolls in this round.
Well, dang. Okay.
But remember, you can also
And when-
use this ability. Can he activate his personality's ability after seeing whether he gets attacked to evade it, or does he have to
the
do it in
only way
advance?
he'd be allowed to do that is if it says immediate, and Ace Megan does not say
Okay,
immediate.
it just says 1 income, so he would have to choose to use
So
it
you
now.
have to do that during this part, which says draw cards, player actions. That's within the player.
So
action.
if it says you may play this card immediately, I can wait to find out the outcome of a thing and then play it.
So you shouldn't have a card that says you can play it immediately. You have a card that says immediately repair, which means that when you're playing that card, or you have,
Oh, he's looking at the Steam Albatross, yeah.
Yeah, so that one's, when you play it, you have to draw the card right then.
Yeah. So the card that you draw, you may play immediately. It's all part of the
Okay.
read the
so
full
I guess
sentence.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Steve Reed.
But you still have to play that
Okay,
in advance.
okay, I'll just play this, I guess,
Yeah.
and I'll.
You can also play this if you want, because
I don't need to.
well, at the end of this combat, when we destroy him, is going to be the end of a day. At which
then
point
I'll-
you can refresh
okay.
it because it's once per day.
Well, then I might as
Yeah,
well
so
like
then you'll
save
get
this
no
card.
damage.
Well, you could get attacked twice, right? So you could.
But I already
play
have
both,
2.
and you're going to
these
get
repair.
more cards.
And these repair.
Do they repair at the end of the day? Is that what it is?
They repair at the end of the day.
Okay.
What, does he have 2 armor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
either
so yeah,
way,
you
he's
could just
okay.
play-
As long as he evades 1, he should
Yeah.
be fine.
Oh,
So you could
sold
just
it,
play
man.
Ace Megan.
Do I just tap him?
No,
You're
you
like,
just
you're
flip
such a fucking
upside down.
tank.
Yep.
The ship is like so slow. looking,
and
I was like, oh, it must
For
be
those of you who are
No,
watching
but it's
on the
like
stream,
also
just to let you know
enormous.
what that looks like.
This is
Is-
Slaughter,
Star
feel
Destroyer
better.
Oh, gotcha.
to your like. yeah.
Slaughter, feel better.
Feel
Goodbye.
better, Slaughter. So we took this personality,
This is a
Ace
runway.
Megan, and flipped it
Oh.
upside down. But you'll note that I did not flip the card underneath it upside down because the card underneath it has a separate ability that can be flipped separately. So every crew member has like 2 separate things they can do, which is pretty neat.
I mean, I also
Those
have a monkey.
abilities don't affect the station they occupy. So, for instance, he's in an attack station. Ace Megan, rather, she is in an attack station, which means even if all her powers are on cooldown, she can still be playing an attack.
Right.
Is there a reason that this character started? Or this,
No, I think I just
okay,
accidentally.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I just accidentally
Okay.
put it
Well,
on.
let's have
do
the
it.
let's
Alright.
do it.
So our cards
So to
resolve.
here, what we're going to do is the person who is taking the damage always rolls the dice. That way you can't blame anybody else for bad rolls.
Same. And so what counts as? How many rolls do I roll? 4.
You will roll twice. So you will roll
I will
once for the captain or the commander, and once for their crew member.
Okay.
So
How
just
many do I
both.
roll? 2 for 1.
You just roll 2 dice total.
And what am I trying not to get?
Just roll
It
it.
doesn't matter what if you try.
No,
not
I
to get
want to
something,
know.
you'll get it.
No,
I want to know what
I'm
I
not
do.
going to tell you. Just roll. Just roll.
As executive leader of this mission, I demand you.
A
roll.
right.
1 and a 1.
A 1 and a 1. He attacks you twice for 1 damage each.
Oh
I
gosh.
know,
However-
you-
however,
you're just straight garbage at rolls.
Ace Megan allows you to evade one of those.
Okay. And then do I flip this?
So then I believe you take 1 damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I took one
Literally
damage.
the worst possible roll
Yeah.
No.
out of 36.
No, if he'd rolled a 2, it would have been 2 damage each.
Oh.
I'm dead. Okay, I roll again now.
No,
that
that's
was 2
it.
Dice.
You just rolled.
So
You've
now
done their whole
we
turn.
rolled for what he did.
Yeah.
Just like you played your cards, now we saw what he did, and we got to now figure out what's happening with our
Yeah.
cards.
So, I mean,
So
we resolve
We
everything.
don't have to calculate the rest of the cards because of the combo that Jordan.
Wombo combo.
Yeah.
Feels
that
good to
they,
be
they
useful.
pulled off there. That got direct damage, 3 damage. So I mean, this is definitely overkill here. 3-on-1 kind of
Praveen's
thing, but
just
make
like-
sure that you guys didn't end up taking too much damage, or if you guys would have ran into a much bigger enemy with a bunch of extra ships, it would have been a more dangerous battle. But you're on the safe side right now.
Right.
So first I took out the engines. He's going into a spiral.
You killed him,
I'm just
and
laughing.
as you deal damage, you remove the
him as he
cubes.
goes down.
When he has no cubes left, and we enter the regroup phase, then the battle basically is over, and you enter the salvage phase.
Oh.
So during the salvage phase, the person who is taking the damage from the attack gets to do the roll, and this is where you don't want to roll a 1.
I
Steve,
roll
for the
again,
love of
twice.
God.
What do we
You're
do?
gonna roll once.
Okay.
Commanders always only roll once.
Should we do
One
any?
dice,
Should we do
yes.
anything with the cards in our hands before we move to the salvage phase?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, we missed that. So at the regroup phase there, you would have discarded any cards that you didn't want, but here at the end of the battle, you have to discard all cards in play and all cards in your hand. You can't save cards
So
for the next battle. These kind of show your options that you have available in each battle that you have. And
Great.
you can't just save a primed gun for another battle.
right.
Unless you have specific cards that let you do that.
Perfect.
So I roll for the reward.
Yes.
Please be a 1.
No, not a 1.
That's the worst.
3.
3.
1 random silver item.
What?
You're
Is that-
garbage.
do I get
Then
it?
you grab the silver
Garbage.
deck
3.
of upgrades.
I get it.
That's not what the.
You
No,
check
it's
them
this.
off
Sorry.
and,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry, that's the-
we're supposed to be using the commander's numbers, right?
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah. So since we're using a commander,
Do I get a pick? Is it mine? Do I get
I'm
it?
trying to. These got mixed up somehow, so I don't know what happened here.
Who gets to?
So I'm
who
trying
gets
to find
keep the
the
item
right
that we have
cards.
salvaged off him?
So the item technically goes to, in a group battle, the item goes to the person who took the damage.
Oh, yes. It feels so good.
But as executive leader of this mission, I can commandeer it from him, right?
Or do I have
Where
to
are
turn off
the-
my ally already?
See, like,
I'm
this
really
is why it's not a
confused
cooperative
here.
game.
Technically not in this situation.
Technically, no.
He does have salvage rights, and there is a bit of lore I've
Damn it.
written on salvage law, so you would be in breach of that. But
But I'm a bandit anyways.
All right. So I have
It was
the
bound to happen.
I have the silver items. I'm gonna give them a quick shuffle, and then Steve's going to draw one at random to see what he gets.
I bet he draws like a silver
Well,
pipe or something. Like
And if you
something
don't like it,
garbage.
John can tell us how we trade things between ships.
I'm going to like
What'd
it.
you get?
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
What is
it's
it?
so good.
I hate you. I hate you.
It's so good I can't even read it to Praveen. I got the Inferno Lance. Deal 1 damage if this attack is not evaded. Kill 1 crew member on the targeted enemy ship.
Give it to
and
me.
roll for
Give it
additional
to me,
damage.
I'll kill you.
Brutal.
1 to 2, no change. 3 to 4, deal 1 additional damage. 5 to 6, 2 additional damage. Holy crap!
This is literally the antithesis of everything, Steve. He has no weapons. He's terrible at
Oh,
rolling
and it's
dice.
mine.
I-
Yeah, it's mine.
It actually
Yeah,
would
this
make
thing
more
will
sense for
all
me
have,
than
I
you
think
because
that's
we
right.
know I have cards that allow me to do direct
No, it's
damage.
It's this one.
and he also
No, that's-
has merchant,
that's the
which
picture.
allows him to change dice rolls, so you can
Oh.
buff that up to make it do more damage.
Yeah, that's great.
Can I do
actually,
this?
for Jordan.
Where does this go?
It goes on its type.
Okay,
It
yeah.
goes on the
Right.
the
Right now,
swords.
you can't install it
Mm.
because you're in the middle of a mission. You can't break out the tools right now. You have to wait till you get back to the resupply,
So just
and then
set it
you can
aside.
install it. For your information, though, if you wanted to give it to someone else, you could do that at this point without using a trade.
It's
So
really
you
good
could,
for me,
as
Steve.
scrap when it gets at the end of the battle, you
Give
can
it to
kind of
Jordan.
divvy up as you see fit.
It
However,
combos well
you
with
do
my
have
ship.
the right to it.
Okay, if I give it away, I get the next one, and get to decide.
No, we're choosing based on how good the item is for who.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, if I'm gonna be
This item
taking,
is garbage for you.
if I'm taking the damage, then I want
It's
first right.
it's not garbage for anyone. It's just better.
I
on
want
my
first
ship.
right of refusal. There you go, Jordan.
I will give you first right of refusal.
All right, so now if Jordan dies while he has that in his cargo, that item is lost for good.
Thanks, Jordan.
So you wouldn't want to put
I'm
it
a
on a
good
ship
tank.
that is in a very precarious position unless they were planning on leaving
Don't give anything to
the
Praveen.
assignment. But right now you guys are in a very okay position. So
Great.
I guess we're ready to continue. If we were to look at the
Yes.
day here,
I actually
the
didn't
next
tell you
thing
guys,
we
but
would
my
do
guy has an
after the
ability to
explore
heal
here,
1 health armor every
we
day.
would complete assignments.
You can just put
if
those
you're
in
on
the
the last
discard.
day of the assignment, but nobody's on
Nobody
the
is
last
it?
day of the assignment.
Yep.
We could then choose to return to the resupply. If everything was not going very well, you could say, I'm out of here, I don't want to lose this cool system I just found. But that would hurt your progress because we need to complete those extra 2 assignments in order to finish this mission. The
Right.
next thing you could do is trade. And now this does have limits on how much you can trade. So you could, but we'll get to that a little bit later in the game if that arises. I don't think it's necessary to explain every single little rule.
Totally.
Let's just continue progressing the game.
Yeah.
So
The
now
next
you would
day.
start again at the beginning of the next day. So first thing we do is move the round tracker up to the, or not round tracker,
Yep,
but
I've
the
done that.
mission tracker up 1 more space. Then we move everyone on their assignments forward 1 space, and here you could choose which way to go.
Wait,
Praveen?
There's an
we have
option
4
available.
days, right? So we can't take the longer path?
If you want to. If you want to fight all 3
Wait,
commanders, you can do that.
Wait, so why did
Then
we
you
get...
have to fight the 3rd commander.
Oh, wait.
Will be a tier 3 commander.
Which would be harder.
Let's do
Let's
it.
do the tier 3 commander.
It also
Jumping
so the downside to this is that if we take the longer route, then the only person who's really going to have a chance to go back and buy stuff and upgrade is Joel, because we're going to spend most of our days on
Wait,
this
what do we
mission.
need to upgrade?
You can spend scrap and get more of these, and I could actually install my Inferno Lance and stuff like that.
Oh, does it take a day
When
to
you
install
complete
your
the
stuff?
assignment, you're going to get scrap as well.
Right.
It should. I
we'll
think that one
we'll
has
get
the reward.
we'll get 20 scrap from completing
Okay,
the
but
assignment.
it costs a day to spend upgrading?
No, but we can't do it in the middle of an assignment. So the faster we finish the assignment, the sooner we can upgrade. We only have 4 days. So I would
And
actually
in this
say
region, you actually get a bonus to your purchases.
right. We
So
get
if you,
a 5 scrap discount if we complete the assignment now rather than taking an extra
Okay.
day.
Okay.
I wanted the tier... Well, I still think I want to fight the tier 3.
We'll have
you
tier
can-
3
you-
next.
at the next.
Yeah.
In the next region, you'll get new assignments, and you might have a chance to
Oh.
fight the tier 3 commander there.
Okay, I'm down. I'm
Yeah.
down. We're fighting our big bad first.
You're just going
All
straight
right,
for
Yeah.
it.
Baddie.
So Joel has drawn defeat 1 enemy ship, and we have another commander.
So deal out 2
Okay,
enemies.
So is that draw and defeat means I have to fight it, or
in order to complete the assignment,
Yeah.
you have to defeat.
okay,
it.
that's the
To
goal.
get the
Okay,
reward.
If you
Yeah.
fail and you die, you
Yeah.
don't complete the assignment.
Sure.
Or if you
Because you
fail
die.
and you die.
Yeah. Okay.
There are some cards
yeah.
that let you escape or nullify.
All right.
So you have actually on your ship, you could scare them off, but that would not be defeating.
That would not be defeating it. I see.
Okay.
All right.
Bring out enemies.
So Joel first.
Mhm.
All right, Joel got the festering pile, another bandit, which makes sense because our whole mission is about defeating bandits.
Now we've got something good coming our way.
All right, so we have
This makes me miss a little bit when the ships had flavor text, because that one had some interesting flavor text.
two crew members and 3 hull, Joel. And on a 1 through 3, it does 1 damage. On a 4 through 6, it does nothing. There are no evades.
Okay.
This is us.
I can't
and
evade.
I'll
Alright.
give you a
Ooh,
commander as well.
we have a legion.
It's like a squid thing.
He's Monarch. I'm just guessing on that pronunciation. This
Say it
one
with force.
looks pretty badass, actually. Well done on the art here,
I
John.
want that. I want to live. I want to be flying that.
So this
If you want the
one,
proper pronunciation, it's Kai's Monarch.
aha, there
Is
we
it
go.
Klingon? Is that the Klingon for?
It's slightly Klingon-ish.
All right, so we have 1
I also
hull
work for a Jewish organization,
One
so
shield.
I have a little bit of Hebrew.
and 1 crew. And what did we get as a commander? Vladimir.
What do you mean?
Vladimir.
Draw 1 extra ship.
Wow, Vladimir draws an extra ship, except
If
Get wrecked,
he rigs an
Vladimir.
election.
all commanders draw 1 fewer enemy ship. So lucky us. He does 1 damage on a 1 or 2, and on a 3 or 4, you draw an extra ship the following phase.
Well,
Jesus.
And then on a 5, also just 1 damage.
Wait, but he has no health, right? So we can just mess him up. He has no
It's true.
evade either.
It is very possible that we will kill him.
Yeah,
Well,
now you probably end up seeing that this mission
do I need
though,
to, like,
seems
read
like it's very daunting. You actually don't necessarily need that much support
Yeah.
on it.
I have a question for you. Since
Yeah.
since Vladimir gets to roll before we resolve our actions, if he rolls a 3 or a 4 and then we destroy him, do we still draw an enemy ship and then have to defeat it?
Yes.
Okay.
Just like if you would have died, your bullets still fly.
Right.
If you died after you shot them, you know,
So-
he made the call basically.
Right. So it's entirely possible that he will summon for help, but they won't arrive before he gets destroyed, and then we'll still have to kill the help.
The worst
Cool.
kind of
Yeah,
enemy.
that
in
one's
every
the
single
best
game.
when you end up having. You fight the extra ships he brings, and you don't take care of him first, and he just keeps bringing in ship after ship.
The worst.
Sometimes that could be a good way to farm up a ton of scrap. If
That's
you could
true.
Yeah,
get
that's actually great for me. I've got my vicious volley over here.
Yeah.
Each of your attacks may target separate.
All right.
ships.
So do you want to go first, Joel, since yours is a little
Draw
more
our cards.
straightforward?
All right.
The rest of us can draw our cards and be thinking about our combat.
So obviously I have only one target to declare.
How does your card draw work?
How does my card draw? It's one card and additional card for every 2 hull, which is, I guess, which way is that rounded
It's armor.
down?
yeah,
Rounded down, so
Rounded
another
down.
2.
Okay, so an additional 2 cards.
Crit
Thank you for
Camp,
the host,
Thank
Crit
you for
Camp.
the host.
And Serenity Game Club. I
But
missed that earlier.
I can use my, I guess, gun technician's ability here. Imperial is to draw 1 card and play +1 tech during this phase.
Nice.
Once per trip. So we'll see if I need that. And this has how
Ooh.
much hull? 3?
Actually, yeah. I'll talk about my stuff in a sec.
So how do you die if all your health goes down? Like, do you die if all your health goes down? But like, if you have effects that will heal you, do those resolve at the same time, or do you still die if you take the damage first?
So I know what you're asking about. You have Savage Salvage, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay, so Savage Salvage does not save your life.
Okay.
How it would work is you will, as soon as your hull is 0, you're removed from the battle.
Oh, okay.
If you have a power that says immediately repair, like the Greaser Tub has a power that
I
his
do. One
special
of my
power
guys
does
has
that.
that.
You can use that to save yourself, but yours won't actually apply until the ship is destroyed.
Okay.
And enemy ships get destroyed after you would get destroyed, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The way they resolve in the regroup phase.
So I'm going to actually activate the Imperial ability here, if I
Ooh.
can do that. To
What
draw
does
an
that do?
Draw an additional card and play
Nice.
an additional tech card during this phase.
Wow. So you can now play up to 4 cards by default.
So what Joel's doing then, I'm gonna activate both my bandit abilities, which are both draw 1 card and play 1 more attack card.
Oh yeah, I actually, while you're doing that, I wanted to talk about something really cool. If you want to hand me your left-hand person with just the whole stack, including the card. We actually didn't even tell John that we drew this, but there's this really cool thing where you can get companions.
Oh, you got a companion?
We did get a
I got my
companion.
monkey.
You didn't ask me what the bandit had, so I hadn't brought it up yet. But do you want to explain how companions work?
Yeah, companions, they were a fun addition that we added into the game. So a companion, if you draw a personality and it is a companion, then what you actually do is draw another personality, so you get an extra power along with the other powers that you have available. So you'll actually have a crew member that has 3 different powers. So this guy Duncan has he has a monkey pet, so that makes him a little more interesting.
Reynolds.
The companions, there's only a few that are actually like very powerful. The monkey, he lets you do extra trades, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that could be useful, but you know, for most situations, it's not going to be great. But he's super cute, so
He is super cute.
Worth it.
Yeah. I just wanted to highlight that because I think it's one of the coolest twists on what is already like a really unique system with the cards. Since we had that on play, I wanted to make sure to call that out. Here you go.
yeah. There's also there's 4
You'll have to
companions
turn
in the
your
game.
card over
There's
again.
a falcon, a dog, and a wait, what is it? It's a cat, but I forget the exact cat it is.
Yeah.
It's not an ocelot, is it?
Also, while Joel is making his final decisions, I'm going to activate Adeline Marie to add 1 to my base hand size for the remainder of the day. I can do this once per trip, but I only have
You're about
one.
to end the
We're
trip,
about to end
so
the
it
trip,
makes
so I might
sense
as
to
well
do.
use it.
What's the max?
Okay, so I think I can actually take the attacks this turn.
Well, let's
No, I'm
let's
taking
have
it.
So
No, I got it.
well,
no, I
I
take
play-
We'll talk about it.
A little bit out of order here.
Yeah.
What you're supposed to do first
Is declare targets.
declare your target
Yes.
first, and then draw your cards. Because if you draw a card saying I can defend,
Oh yeah.
Right.
yeah.
then of course then you would assign it there. So it's a
Yes.
little bit cheap to draw your cards and then assign. You need to
Yes.
assign first.
So we should have assigned it the way we would have, which
Which-
probably would have been either one
I-
of you two.
I would have wanted to take it because I have an ability that lets me draw extra cards for
Yeah.
every ship targeting me.
Okay.
And Steve got to do it last time.
Like, it's a pleasure. I got, like, destroyed. Someone died.
So
and
this
you're
one
like,
is only hull, right? That's not armor.
Yes, only
Okay.
hull, not armor.
In
Well, you're
that
not.
case,
But now we can draw.
Okay, well I'm just gonna like deal a shit ton of damage.
so my thing is going to be a cannon blast. My gunner is also going to use shield splitter, which is another damage.
Oh, wow.
And I am going to use a system maintenance,
Which does what?
and that will. This only has 3 health, yeah. So I'm just gonna get the shield splitter back on top of my.
Deck?
Wait,
I don't think you guys need me to win.
you have a system
I'm running the
maintenance?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so that's a greaser card. So see
Yes.
the
Oh,
symbol
yeah.
on them?
Oh.
Somehow.
Oh,
are
did
all
we?
your
Did
ca-
our decks get
did your-
switched?
Yeah, someone swapped the decks somehow. These are all.
Switched at birth.
Yeah, these are all. Steve has all of your cards
Oh goodness.
for some reason.
Okay.
Switched at birth.
Okay.
I don't
That
want to
would
knock
make
my
it
real
work a little
parents.
different.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Well,
say, like,
alright,
why
you-
are these cards so garbage for what I do?
Okay.
But those
Okay.
are yours. They're garbage
Yeah,
for what
so-
you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Sure.
they're not cards.
Okay.
Did-
So
did
you just
Steve,
shuffle them. I took them all back.
You took all the
Yeah.
extra cards out. All right. Let's try that again. All right. Oops.
Are my systems incorrect?
No, your systems are fine. It's
I
just
keep
that the
voting
base
for
the
you,
base
Al.
decks got swapped. That's
You
all.
already took a turn with the wrong cards, right? Yeah. All right.
Literally, so
That was.
didn't do it.
All right.
I wasn't gonna say
Yeah,
that.
but he didn't
but-
even end up using the cards. He used his crew member to.
Exactly.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he
All
didn't
right.
play any cards.
Well, I'm also gonna revert my
Innocent
card draw
bystander.
because I might not have needed it. We'll just start that turn again. Okay.
Oh,
Well, now
God.
Joel is
Oh,
more
you're-
familiar with the greaser as well.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Very long.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So I'm gonna draw an additional card.
Okay, so this is kind of a deck builder in a way. Because
little
the
bit.
upgrades
Absolutely.
You get, like,
Yeah.
add to your deck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
I actually like that because you're building an engine around your cards with the different upgrades.
Are there any?
okay, so
are
I'm
the
gonna
upgrades
use
are classic Gnostic,
Sprocket
right? So
Rocket.
You can apply them anywhere.
to play.
I'm sorry, I can't really
Yes.
hear you too well.
The upgrade cards like the salvage and stuff like that is classic Gnostic, so anyone can build anything.
Almost.
So anything from the bank, the silver, bronze, gold, epic, those can be applied to any ship. There are some ships that can't make use of them, like Joel's ship can't install any maneuvers unless he happens to have
Yeah.
a specific character who allows him to, which he does. He has Lord William Towers, who allows him to install something where it doesn't belong.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you can see on your
So-
ships, they actually have a symbol that tell you what type of upgrade can go
Gotcha.
there. So every ship has a unique style of what type of upgrade they expect, but every ship has usually at least 2 types that they can take, and many of them can accept 3,
Can
just
you
in
do,
different
can you do
quantities.
weird things like so your upgrades have like classes based on their rarity, but like if I wanted to trim down my deck, could I like remove a bunch of bronzes and just keep like nice cards?
Yes, so you can sell systems at half their cost. So if you go back this turn and say, I've got a bunch of money, I want to buy all golds, you could sell each of your bronze at 5 scrap a piece.
Oh, okay. Would that get rid of the bronze cards?
Yep,
in my
it
deck?
pulls the card out of your deck too.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
the
you have
only
a lot
thing
of
you really
bronze.
can't do easily is you can't thin your base deck. There is a way to do it where you can kind of like trick the game, but you have to die in order to do it. And when you die, you remove cards from your deck.
Yeah.
But you lose so many days dying that it's never really profitable to use that to thin your deck because you also have no control. You shuffle your deck and take a random card out.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's not like some deck builders where you can like knowingly thin your deck.
Right.
Not quite.
All right, so what's the plan here, Joel? What
All
are we
right,
doing?
so I'm playing my whole hand here, and that's going to be. So I'm going to use Rocket Rocket to deal 1 damage, and I'm going to exhaust
Our optimal solution is to let you die.
this faction ability in order to have that. Or sorry, I mixed up the cards. This gets me an additional tech card to play. So I'm going to play these 2 tech cards, one off of my crew and one from this.
Great.
This one, Self-Sacrifice, is what I'm using to exhaust my Greaser's faction ability to do an extra 2 damage. And then he's going to play Noble Inspiration, which is going to refresh one of my faction or crew abilities, which is going to be the one that says draw a card.
Awesome.
And you could decide to use that power immediately again.
Oh, I could decide to use that again. Well, I already have, so I'm preventing a damage and am like attacking for what is lethal here.
You're dealing 3.
I'm dealing 3 damage, so
Perfect. And we know he's not going to evade.
that'll be
so.
fine.
All right. So now we
so-
need to find out what he's doing. So you can roll 3 dice.
3 dice.
2 crew members plus the captain.
All right.
Am I dead?
No.
That is a large number.
On a 4 and a 6, he does nothing. On the 3, he does 1 damage, which I believe you can
Oh,
evade.
okay, it doesn't add. So 4 and a 6 is nothing. 3 is being blocked by Get Behind Me.
Right.
You're getting yourself behind yourself.
I'm behind myself here. I guess.
To a barrel roll.
Woo!
Damage to fly.
And then I am going to assign 3 damage to him. And
Slippy's hit.
Shut up, Skippy.
You've destroyed him.
Yes. All right.
Goodbye,
And
the
then-
festering
Destroyed
pile.
enemy ships,
So-
regular enemy ships, they roll 1 die for every tier. So you're on tier 2, you're going to roll 2 dice.
For salvage,
to get
right?
the scrap roll.
And this is just the default reward roll here.
Yes.
That's the default regular ship death. That's what you get.
And this
so.
is a tier 2 ship, so all right.
Tier 2 reward roll.
Well, not a reward roll.
Sorry.
You get it's a scrap roll.
Sorry, scrap roll.
Scrap
How does
roll.
the scrap roll
Wait,
work?
What's a scrap roll?
So what'd you roll? What was the total you rolled on those 2 dice?
The total is 6.
So you get 6 scrap.
Oh, you just get that
Yeah.
much scrap. Okay,
So
sorry.
you'll get a salvage roll, and their reward rolls I think are like Steve's assignment gives him a reward roll if he
Okay.
completes it.
And then
That's
I will complete my assignment, but that's not till after
Right.
the battles have all resolved.
Great.
Okay.
All right. So
Easy pickings.
Easy
You're gonna
pickings
get the 10
indeed.
Scraps, so you're not going to get a reward.
And sorry, so I
Right.
just
But
discard my
Mercer
cards.
Has, has this guy taken care of. He's got 2 direct damage.
And when do these reshuffle in my deck?
Yeah.
When I've drawn through it, or
Once again, Steve does literally
so it stays
nothing.
in your discard pile until you install a new system, or
Okay.
you run all the way through the deck and you can't draw any new
Okay.
cards.
So
If there
just
are
like
no
any
cards
other-
drawn, then you shuffle
All right.
and
Okay.
draw from that.
I'm gonna play Sprocket Rocket,
I would be right.
which deals a damage. I can play an additional tech card this phase. I'm going to play Storer Room Rummage, which lets me take a card from my discard and place it in my hand. I'm going to pick up Explosive Rounds. What's your biggest damage card?
Doesn't matter, they're both direct damage.
Do you have anything that's not direct damage?
Yes.
All right.
You can
I-
make your sprocket rocket.
yeah, screw you. I'm making my own Sprocket Rocket direct damage with my extra tech card. And then I am also going to draw 1 card for each ship currently targeting me, which is 1.
Over the intercom, as me and Jordan discuss battle tactics, we just hear cookies crunching in the background.
Crunch, crunch, munch. And I can only play... Oh, wait. I could use the Sprocket Rocket here and play another tech card, which I don't know if I care enough to do that. Here, I'll make that also Explosive Rounds. Steve,
4
what are you
direct
playing?
damage.
Steve,
I
just
play
put some
one.
cards down.
I play 1 card face down and end my turn.
So roll his attacks first.
Yeah, so he rolls 3 dice, right? No, 2 dice. 2
So
dice.
yeah, you guys do have a surplus of ships here, especially
Yes.
when you're only drawing one enemy ship. So you do have overkill
Yeah.
here on your ships.
Had I known that it was the draw one fewer enemy ship part, I probably would have suggested we split up into 3 assignments, just to make this more interesting.
What do you mean? What are you trying to say, Jordan?
I rolled a 2 and a 5, both of which are 1 damage. Rip me,
Good.
JP. So I take...
Feels all, man.
Yeah, I take 2 damage. 1 to my armor, 1 to my hull. But that's okay, because we're about to head back.
Oh wait, you have a gold item.
I do have a gold item, I just didn't play it. Yeah.
Okay, and then I attack and kill him.
Yes. I also do 1 damage.
I did 2
Compute.
damage first.
No!
My bullet's already fired.
I
Just
spent
No.
my turn eating a
teabagging
cookie.
his
I
ship.
sprocket rocketed.
All right. Well, it still ends up being the person who's taking the damage gets the salvage
Yes.
rights.
Wait, give me my token
Yes.
back.
So,
salvage rolls or the...
It's a salvage roll.
Now, do you have?
this roll.
No, never mind.
All right, so I'm gonna roll for. I'm gonna roll 1 die for Vladimir's salvage. Come on, 6. That's a 2. That's not as good. Random silver.
And I get it.
It bounced off the
Yeah,
card. It doesn't
rigged,
count. Reroll.
rigged, reroll. All right.
You guys in your rolls. Come on.
Yeah.
Don't
Let's
let
see
the
what we
captain
get here.
handle this.
We're going to get an Inferno Lance.
Oh my god.
Alright, this one's coming to me.
I don't know. I feel like I should keep them both.
I feel like we're just like deeper into space and you guys are just slowly like take apart my ship. I'll just be like eating cookies.
Where is it? There we
I don't
go.
like this one bit. Who gets to distribute the scrap from mission completion?
You.
Wait, you're taking both of them?
I mean, I feel like they're the same item, so I should stack them. But I also
have to
can
install
trade.
both of them.
I can also trade my sprocket rocket away later if we want.
Can you even have 2 items in your hull? I guess you can.
Yeah.
You can store as many items as you would like.
Yeah.
in
So
your cargo.
I'm going to eventually get rid of. I'm going to get rid of the sprocket rocket, so I can trade it to someone
Is
else
that
who
good,
wants it.
though? Like, aren't there like armor items that are probably better for you to stack?
Well, but these are. I have 2 attack slots, and so I'm going to put.
Oh, you have 2 attack slots.
Yeah, so I'm going to put them in my attack slots.
Okay, resolve.
Yeah, so we did that, right?
I didn't do anything.
We've rolled for salvage, so that means we've completed the mission, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I get
so
20 scrap.
you killed the guy. Both of you guys completed your assignments. So you guys get 20 scrap, and Joel
I
gets
get
10
10.
scrap.
I get 20, like everyone gets 20 scrap?
No.
No, we
No.
get 20
Just
scrap
Praveen?
total,
Praveen gets 20 scrap.
which
Oh
he
my
can
Individually
divide.
as he sees fit.
Fuck
He
you
can
guys.
divide it up. I feel like.
I'll give you 5 scrap.
All right, Praveen, you're gonna sell a bunch of your stuff for scrap, so I feel like you should split it with Steve.
Especially because he has 1 crew member.
Yeah, especially because I have 1 crew member.
Yeah, I gave you 5 scrap. Calm down, man.
What do you got? How many do you have?
20 total.
I'm just gonna keep the Infernal Lances and not buy anything when I go back, so that's
how much
fine.
do you have? You have 17?
17.
Yeah, you're almost even with me.
I wish I could give you my 3 scrap.
Yeah.
I'll give
I
you,
can?
oh yeah, give me a 3
Can
scrap.
I give?
You can.
Can I do it now, or do I have to do it when we go back? Technically.
So here you're technically already going back because
Okay.
you completed the assignment. So
Great.
you guys are back at the resupply, and now you could purchase if you wish, and you also can be trading if you wish. But trades are kind of limited here. So if you were gonna not sell the sprocket rocket and give it instead, you could do that, or
Right.
you could sell it for the profits and then give him the total. So you could
Yeah.
give him 8 scrap.
So do you want
Is
the
that
sprocket
discounted
rocket to have an additional attack because you have space for it? You already have 1 sprocket rocket. You could have 2.
How much is it to install?
It's free to install. I just give it to you,
Oh, okay.
right? So you can just have it.
Okay.
And then I will install my Infernal Lances. I will also give you my 3 scraps so you can buy a silver of your
Okay,
choice
so you
rather than
actually
taking this
can't do
random.
both.
Oh, I
Joel.
can't do both?
You gotta pick one or the other. So
Would you
trades
rather
are
have the 3?
giving and or receiving one amount of scrap.
I wanna open
system
a
or
I wanna
crew
open a
member.
loot crate.
So
Got it.
you
Same.
can't give him just everything.
Can I
You
trade
have
with
to pick.
multiple people?
You can give to one person and receive from one person.
Okay.
So no, but what you could do, no. So Praveen has a power that lets him trade multiple times.
Yeah, I've got the monkey, but I don't know how useful that
But
is.
it doesn't seem to help you in the situation because you have the abundance of resource.
Yeah. Because I would be
should
fine
give
giving the sprocket rocket to someone else, but it doesn't seem like there's a way for me to do that.
Can I purchase a hull?
I don't
If you
know
have no
if
scrap, then you can.
Yeah.
What is it? It costs the same as a bronze? Because
Yep, it's
I'm
10
assuming
scrap,
that.
but right now everything's reduced by 5, I think.
all right.
Yes,
Your
for your first purchase.
purchase.
Now, my whole repairs, now that we're back
Oh,
at the
wait,
resupply,
I mean, I
right?
can pay
That's
only.
correct.
Okay.
It's only 15 for me to buy a silver.
For the first one.
Oh, I have 17. I can already do it.
Okay.
Or
So
a
then
crew
I'll just
member.
give you this and you
Okay.
buy a silver
Oh
for
yeah, or you
15.
can buy a crew member instead.
A hull is very valuable for me. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
That's worth an extra card.
Actually-
I want a loot crate.
Actually,
I want silver.
how much scrap did you give Steve?
I give him 5.
All right, we should retcon that and you give him 3 and me 2 because then we can both buy something because he's gonna have 2 left over, right?
Okay.
Praveen, can you pass
So
me
this
a
is
hull?
where actually Praveen
token?
could use his power to trade with 2 different people
Right.
that he could give one amount to one or the
well,
other.
So you have 15 still.
I already have. I have 17.
Right. So instead you have 15 and he gave me
Although
the other
you
2
already
from our.
received once, so it is
assignment.
making it complicated here that you can't receive twice.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
so,
No, we're just we're just fixing how we divvied out the scrap from our assignment because we didn't understand how that works.
Okay.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's fine.
Praveen,
I'm
can
gonna
I
buy
have
a
one of
loot
the
crate.
hull markers?
So you still get
You
this.
actually get to choose which of the silver items you want. You don't just get
Yeah.
a random one.
Exactly. That's
Oh.
why I'm.
Oh, really?
Which one's silver?
Okay.
That's why this is way
Is this
better
silver?
than you just getting an Inferno Lance.
I will
What's-
also do the same.
Yes,
thing,
those are
so-
silver.
Okay.
I want to save up our gold item next.
I'm going to buy myself a bronze, which I'm going to look through, get myself
Get yourself
either
something nice.
either a maneuver or a tech of some sort.
Actually, I might also purchase a bronze. I don't know.
I might give Steve a weapon, by the way. Just like
Ooh,
later,
modular hull looks nice.
depending on what
Okay,
the
there
silver
was
is.
one more thing that we kind of skated over, but may be relevant to what you're working on right now. You guys who completed assignments, that means Joel and Praveen, you guys actually get an additional assignment right now.
Oh, okay.
Sweet. Oh, juicy.
All right, I'm going to buy myself.
Daring rescue.
I'm gonna-
And you also will get an assignment tomorrow, but you would have to decide right now if you want to keep or refuse this.
Okay.
I'm taking a burst
Every
cannon.
player will get one at the beginning of the region because they're not currently on the assignments. So but you get an
I
extra
get a
little
thing?
choice here.
Yeah.
Do I have to put this symbol in my ship?
Yes, so go
No,
find it
these
from the
aren't
stack
ones.
of silver ones.
How much do you
Not
get for
those are
selling an
epics.
item?
This
Or an upgrade?
stack.
They sell at half
This?
price.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's
Perfect.
blue.
Oh, sorry. No, you're right. You're in there.
This?
That
Steve,
or
did you
that
choose
one.
your item already?
Yes, I
Can
got a
you give me
burst
the
cannon.
silvers?
No.
I might
That's
buy
a
that.
lance.
There isn't another.
It
oh,
matches
there is
the
another
symbol,
sprocket
Steve.
rocket.
Wait, yeah, give me the
I like the
silver stack.
sprocket rocket.
Silver stack
So
is right here.
Praveen,
Yeah.
actually,
Get one of those as well.
you should also look at the gold gun that's available.
Oh, because it's one cheaper. Yeah.
There
Okay,
you
that's
go.
perfect. Yeah.
But does it have to
give me
match
the
this?
gold.
Yes.
I don't
Then
know
I
what
can't
you
do it.
have,
Yes,
but I'm
it
just
goes in this
if
slot.
you want-
Oh.
it
It is
even
that
to
tight.
save up for it,
It's
you should be aware
right
of
on the
what that
card, right?
card
That-
does.
Oh, got it.
I have
That's
enough actually because I was gonna sell one of my bronzes anyways because I have no weapon space. So
Where
that
does
would be
this live?
25
in my
with
hand.
the minus
I was just
5
about to ask
cost
him that.
from the location.
Do I get a new
Yeah, so take a look
mission,
at that
or
one,
does
the
this?
breach shells.
I think you keep it for now. They get one because they just completed theirs. Do we now shuffle all of our cards in since
Oh,
we're
there's
back at the
only
resupply?
one breach shell. Ooh, that's
Yeah, so
juicy.
if you are, if you install the
juicy.
system, then you shuffle.
Take that card.
Great.
That's juicy.
How'd you get a gold?
Because I'm selling one of my.
He's sold.
Silvers.
He had a lot of
One
scrap
of
and he
them.
sold his thing.
Dang.
Yeah. I also I too have a gold which I
Nice.
bought off screen in Region 1.
In Green Hill Zone 1.
Wow.
I
Is
cu-
that Sonic?
oh yeah. I need to set my scrap to 0 because I spent it all.
Same.
Make
I'm
sure
still
to
holding
reset
on
your
to
scrap.
I actually
6.
think you found it while risking your crew in
Ah.
a submerged salvage
Ooh, okay,
effort.
that works.
Okay, now what? So you guys got
Which
new
would be much
missions.
more your style, I think.
Yeah.
So you guys got new missions, and now we're on day 4. The day goes
Yes.
up 1.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We're in the new zone.
We're now on region 3.
Region 3.
So do we?
Okay, so before we actually move into this, both
Ah.
Joel and Praveen have to decide if they are going to keep their assignments or not.
Did we discard ours when we decided not to go on them?
Yes, you
Okay.
would have had to. You can't save them for later,
Great.
so they would go into the discard pile.
Perfect.
And if you run out of them, any of that were discarded get shuffled.
Perfect. So do either of you like your missions, or do you want new
We don't have
ones?
enough
So this
saves
is a
to buy.
3-day mission as well.
So then you
neither of
probably
us
don't want
probably
to keep them.
want to toss
So
them.
that's actually as good for you guys that you guys farm those out of the way. So now the
Okay.
next cards you draw won't,
Yeah.
won't be those
Alright.
ones.
So I get a new mission as well.
So there's only 3
We all
missions
will.
left.
We'll shuffle these.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Give me
I'll
one of
do
the
that.
new ones.
No.
Yes.
Wait, so wait, you said we get tier 3 missions, right?
No.
Or like
Ev-
Well, they're
everything
all
is-
the same,
yeah.
they're the same assignments. They're not. We're in
No.
tier 3 now, but they're the
Praveen,
same
no, don't do it.
All right. Joel. pick one
Yes.
Wait, is it even possible to have a 1-day mission?
Yes. No, wait, I have 2.
It is if you have enough scrap
We need to do mine.
for one of. There's one in there that if you have enough scrap, you can jump forward. There is also a. Well, wait, no. No.
Wow.
It depends
Oh,
on
this
your
is a solo
region.
mission.
Which did we get a new region?
No, we didn't.
Oh, you can't.
We
do
need a
that.
new mission. We need a new region.
Do we?
Yes, we do need a new region. Praveen has the regions somewhere. Those are not the regions. Those are shit.
Yes.
There
Wait.
is one in there that actually
There's
makes it so
definitely a
you
region.
move faster
Okay,
through it.
sure.
You can skip
It
the
got
first
stuck.
day.
There we go. We've got McPickle's Reach.
Same.
Each player's first crew hire in this region costs 10 scrap. That would have been great.
That would have been great if I had any scrap
Yeah, me too.
left.
Well,
Alright.
now you get this
Who's that?
region to earn some scrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So move fast.
Okay, so can we say what our new things are?
So now we can move into the new region on our mission card.
Wait, we only have 1 day left, yeah.
So
we have 2 days.
Oh, we have
my
We're
We have the
currently
current
on
day.
day 5. We're about to start day 5.
So I have another copy of the Gauntlet.
Ah, so you got the gauntlet again.
But he can't do it. I'm just like confused. So this would be 1 day, so that would be day 6, right?
No, that would be
No,
day
this
5.
would be-
We're
that
on
would be
day
today.
5.
We started.
We have we haven't started any day. We haven't started the 5th day.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, do you want to talk about your mission
my mission is
or your
bounty.
assignment?
It has no allies. It's a solo mission. The path west has been blockaded too long. Clear away by defeating a commander. Award 10 scrap.
Nice.
Oh, tier 3 commander by yourself.
Yeah.
Is it tier 3?
Well, we're in the tier 3 region.
Oh,
so,
is that bad?
yeah, it's hard.
That's not good.
I mean, I think I'm just gonna do it. YOLO.
You could.
You've got like some good weapons.
I have fuel delivery. Deliver fuel to an allied outpost, and both of mine are question marks, so they're not commanders. And then I get a reward roll at the end, and I can take up to 2 allies, which I'm probably not going to do.
I have rendezvous, so it's a
It's
two,
pronounced
two question
rendezvous.
Shut up, Steve.
Rendezvous.
It's 2 question marks. It gives me a reward of 10 scrap, and I can take 1 ally. So I'll probably do this
By
just
yourself?
to get more missions.
Go
'Cause
for
this
it.
looks like a really easy mission.
I want the reward roll, so I'm definitely going on mine.
Anyone want to do the Gauntlet with me?
Wait, what do I get? 20 scrap?
Oh,
You-
actually,
you'd go after 2
Joel,
tier
me
3
and you would
commanders.
be a really
Yeah.
beastly combination on
Yeah.
that.
So you get some epic systems.
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah.
I'm down
You should
for
do that.
That one.
All right, so you two want to do that. Do you want to join them, or do you want to do your own?
You should do your own.
I'm gonna do my own.
All right,
I'll get to
also
do
going-
something.
I'm also
So-
going to do my own.
Okay.
Wow.
Now Praveen has none of the control.
Yeah, like
Didn't
mine.
need it.
Mine is like a ship that shouldn't really be
Oh,
going
can you
on
put
my
mine
own.
on,
Like I
Joel?
am much better
Yeah,
defensively.
you're a beast tank. You're just stacking up the armor.
Yeah, and now you have
now.
somebody that does a lot of
But it
damage.
was good. The last time you did it by yourself and were able to complete more assignments,
Yeah.
and now you guys are kind of ahead of the curve. Because even if you all fail miserably, you still can proceed because you already
Yeah.
completed the 4 assignments that you need.
Feels good, man.
Yep.
All right, Joel. Let's get it.
All right.
Where's the rest of my cards? Are those here that I?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So let's do it. So
This
we
is-
we move first. So we've already moved.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are the rest
We
of the
spawn
cards.
a ship.
So you
and-
shuffle all of this
So
together.
we'll do ours first.
Even the ones I just caught.
Yeah.
Doing their shit.
Everyone should be
Spawn our
shuffling their
commander ship.
entire deck.
Including the things I picked up. I don't just
Yes.
get them. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What
fifth
do you mean the
person.
things you picked up?
Like I
Yes,
got a
there
new
is,
thing, a new weapon
Mr.
that just goes in my
Lamb
hand.
disappeared.
No, it does not go
The
in your hand.
cat's
You shuffle.
claw.
You
It
shuffle
goes
your
in this.
Arm
Like
Yes,
this.
swinging
yes.
out of
Hot
nowhere.
So you
seat
get it immediately, which is really good.
Oh, this is perfect too. So our
Why?
commander.
Just
Oh,
shuffle it
so
in
this
here.
is
That's what I mean. You get it in your deck immediately rather than it going to your discard.
Oh, I see.
4
Okay.
elf. There we go.
All right, so you guys are
While,
finding the cat's
While they're
claw.
talking about random stuff, we're fighting the cat's claw. Its commander is Tobias, who gets 1 extra ship, but the gauntlet rejects that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also remember to take any of your abilities off cooldown. I'm gonna go for
Yes,
combat
there's
as well.
only a few abilities that wouldn't go off cooldown, and I didn't think I heard any that were
Nope.
types cooldown. There's once per day, and that's every
What
day.
type of card would
meaning
you
when
like
you complete
for
the battle,
yours,
move on.
Steve?
What do I can pick?
They come off
What,
cooldown.
combat
They're once
or
per
story?
trip, and a
Probably
trip
story,
is
'cause I
basically
don't
an
wanna-
assignment.
Okay.
Now you could also, we didn't talk about this, but you could decide not to take an assignment, and what you would be doing then is called patrolling. You put your marker on the region card, and every day you come back and repair everything. So it's a lot less risk, but you really get no reward.
Right.
Um,
I think it's
assignments
just
for the series
exploring,
days,
right?
You get a reward on that. The last one is once per region. There are cards that are once per region, and no matter how many trips you go on, when you go to a new region, is when that
Right.
one comes off cool.
Those cards must be broken. That sounds like such a long
Okay.
cooldown.
They're pretty powerful.
I mean,
Let's
I have
do-
just a bunch of cards
So-
that refresh
With
cooldowns.
Joel's
So
ship,
So
Yeah.
why
because
don't
he has
we?
cards that lets him pull people
Yeah.
off cooldown.
Yeah.
So before you guys draw, why don't we have you guys assign your targets so that you can be drawing your cards and thinking about them while Steve and
yeah,
I
I
start
mean,
our
so I'm
turns.
just gonna take it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so
Okay.
he's targeting you. You're both targeting him.
Yeah.
So you guys know what his abilities are. You can draw your cards and start dealing with that while we do our thing.
What are his abilities?
Did you just break the whole camera?
Yes. We're back. We're back.
Why did you do that?
I don't know.
All right, we're back.
I'm out.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye, Lamb.
Invasion.
we had a visitor. They broke our camera, but now it's okay.
Steve Part 2.
Wait, no one complained. Wait.
No one complained because
I'll wait for latency.
They're still not going to care.
they're not gonna care.
All right, Steve, why don't you tell us about yours?
Bump on the head while
So I get to start with 4 cards now. because
Wow.
of that extra hull.
okay. While making scheduled routine repairs, rigging comes loose. Your first crew member is about to take a nasty blow to the head. I can warn them. I can place their faction and personality abilities on cooldown, or they can get, or I
He
can discard their
has-
personality and draw a new one.
So, do you want to keep this
So it's two
ability, or
aids,
do you want to get
yeah.
a new one?
Well, if I don't, I guess I'll get it. I'm gonna keep it, right?
So, if you keep it, you have to put it on
Direct damage
cooldown,
can't
But I get it again for next turn.
but you will get it back the next day. Is it both abilities? Yeah. So you'd lose both abilities.
For one
This
day.
one is only one. This is once per trip, so you won't get it back at all. This one
So I
you
can
would
just
get back
refresh a
tomorrow.
cooldown
So basically,
again, so
you
I'm
can
gonna
either
draw
say
an additional
this
card.
this ability is important enough to get back tomorrow, or I'll just take a new personality.
I'll just take a new personality.
All right. This is exciting.
I basically have the same turn I had.
Your
in my
new
last
personality, Steve, is
So-
Agent Jess Master.
One damage to kill
Crosstalk friends.
Fight. Oh, that's all you need. That's all we need.
As long as he doesn't evade.
Crosstalk friends.
I mean, we may as well
No
go.
one cares about your talk.
What?
no, I'm just saying let's do one at a time so we don't
We're
all
discussing
talking at
with
once
each other.
into the microphone.
Yeah, but they like what we have to say.
I know. So like you guys do that, or like we read ours, but we shouldn't all be doing that at once.
Yeah.
Sure, sure.
We were trying to do this while you guys were thinking about your
Yes.
cards,
I mean,
not
I'm
discussing it.
gonna.
But why don't you guys go
do
and then
overkill?
go down
So
readers?
Sprocket
We'll
Rocket's
wait.
gonna play an additional refresh there, and then
This is where this totally works if we're not trying to stream it at the same
Yeah.
time.
I'm taking the hit, so I'm just gonna get behind myself, and I am going to just go all
And
out.
you
Like, is there
upgraded.
any reason not to like just play out your hand? Like,
No.
If you think you're not gonna kill them in one turn, and you have a card that,
that helps for
Is
the following
better in
turn.
the
Okay,
following
so
turn.
you don't like
Yeah.
discard and
Yeah.
redraw.
I mean, you have a
You
chance
can
to discard
save
cards you don't like.
from
Okay.
Round to round in the middle of the battle, but you can't save them from battle to battle. So
Okay.
yes, it would make sense to save good cards and not just dump them all necessarily. But if you can get them killed, then
I think we can. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go for.
It's
Yeah, it just depends
play
on how
play
you
what's
so-
useful, but don't just like play things just to play them.
It depends on how much damage you do, because if you have 2 additional
Yeah.
damage, then he can evade once and he still dies.
I have 3 additional. Or,
So
well,
it's a
I'm
guaranteed
adding
kill.
3 damage here. Yeah. So that's that.
You also have another battle coming up right after this. So if you're exhausting crew abilities, that could also be painful.
I've got all my crew abilities left, so I can just dish out the damage. Next
I
turn.
mean, I can refresh them. Like I have cards that do
Yeah, I
that.
figure we just go for it.
Yeah. All right.
Done.
But I'm not saying it's a bad decision. I'm just saying that's
Yep.
what
Mhm.
you would have to consider. is
So
that by
we're
putting your crew
rolling
members on
3
board,
dice.
that
3
should
dice.
be-
1, 2, 2. So that is
2.
3 damage
3
individually.
damage. All right.
3 individual attacks.
So get behind me. We'll take 1, and then I take 2. So that damages 2 hulls.
Two armors,
Two
or 2
armor.
armors.
which will refresh at the next day. Is that correct?
Yes.
Armors refresh each day.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So not each round of combat, but each
Yeah,
day.
each day,
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So now we resolve our damage. So I deal 3 damage.
And I deal another 3, but yeah. So,
So
he's just like way
you
dead.
psh him. Oh, did you guys forgot to draw an extra enemy ship?
No, we
No,
didn't.
the gauntlet
The
reduces
gauntlet.
it.
Oh, that's right. It's the gauntlet again.
Yeah.
So lucky.
So we destroy him.
Yep.
Didn't even stand a chance.
Yep.
Poor Tobias.
So now you can go
We get
ahead
a reward
and
roll for this, right?
make a reward roll, sir.
And how many?
Just roll one
just
die.
One die.
To figure out what happens.
Come on, Joel. Better than Steve.
That's
6.
much better.
Random gold item.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about. No Steve on
There
this
you go,
mission.
Praveen, if you want to grab those cards.
Feels good, man.
Jordan, do you want to read your
I
card?
would love to read my card.
So these are all the gold items.
Destruction in disguise. You are flagged down by a merchant's vessel. A pleasant surprise to
And
find this
is
far
just
out.
discarded, I guess.
Looking for some good barters, you approach. However, you sense the situation may be dubitable. Your suspicions are confirmed as the disguise is quickly shed and the vessel opens fire. Draw
This
one
ability refreshes
enemy
at the beginning
commander.
of each day.
Ahem.
Oh boy.
Mister has all the cards.
What?
Draw one enemy
Enemy
commander
With the ship, too.
with a ship. This commander brings no additional enemy ships.
I got the
thankfully.
breach shells. Wait, I thought you had.
Why did you do
I thought
that?
there was only one.
Because I wanted combat, and
I guess
I
not.
just got a card that
I
gave
don't
me a
think so.
commander.
We'll check
So I
the
have
card.
Grumpiest Prime, which I think is an
there we
amazing
go.
name for a ship, who is captained by Jax.
So you can probably put it in your hole.
Oh
Captain
my
Jax.
god. Two of the 6 things Jax can do will just straight up kill my crew members.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Oh yeah, good mission. We're good. We're in the clear.
Oh wow, this is just like
You
insane
guys-
on
you
Praveen.
guys
I'll
got
probably
real
give
lucky.
that to
Yeah,
you.
just like
All right,
plow through.
it's time for me to pull out all the stops against this guy.
Wait, is that 5? You have to do 5 damage?
I have to do 5 damage, and he gets to roll 3 dice. It's gonna be great.
Well, my crew members got bumped that I
I can
had, and
also
that
just
became really
like,
cool.
because I don't need these guys.
All right.
I can just trade them to you.
So
we can trade
before
them, that's
I,
good. Yeah.
because I want to thin my deck.
yeah,
a bit.
while I'm thinking about what I want to do you guys want to talk about what you drew and what you did with it?
We drew another breach shell. And
Yeah.
it's stored in Joel's cargo hold at the moment.
Yeah, but we're probably gonna give it to
Right.
Praveen. I'll
Um,
swap it for one of his weaker weapons.
I'm gonna be ready.
I think I definitely want to add 1 to my base hand size for the remainder of the day.
Are we on a new day yet? No, you're still
No.
fighting.
I
You haven't
also
gotten- no one else has gotten a turn yet.
I also want to draw 1 card for each ship currently targeting me. Yeah, great. So I get to draw 5 cards, which seems good. All right. Let's see. Does he have an evade? He does have 2 things that evade.
What are you doing, Steve?
I'm done.
Oh, you're done?
I took a story card. It resolved.
Did you read
All right,
something?
we're going
I got a new
to.
character, but ooh.
What was the new personality?
The new personality was Agent Jess Master. Target one
Oh,
ship.
that's right.
Reduce that ship's damage output by the amount of damage you deal to them.
All right.
Oh, that was a
Um,
boost for me, actually.
We're going to
Yeah.
play our Infernal
What happened
Lance.
to your previous person?
They got bumped in the head.
The Infernal Lance deals 1 damage, and if it's not evaded, it kills 1 crew member on the targeted enemy ship. Now, John, can you explain to us how you decide which attack gets evaded if the enemy rolls for evasion?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Sorry, so if I play multiple attack cards and the enemy rolls 1 evade, how do I know which attack got evaded?
Oh, right. So evades happen in a very specific order. They always start with the biggest damage. So, for instance, Praveen had he's got a gold system that can do crazy amounts of damage. But if there's this giant fireball heading towards your ship, you're going to move out of the way of that one first before the little pea shooter, right? So they're always going to evade the biggest damage first. Then, if there's still a tie, so you played a bunch of cards that are just 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage, it will end up evading the one that is the highest value. So, for instance, if you end up having a card that you have a bomb that could do 1 damage, and you have a
The Infernal Lance,
that
yeah.
could do 1 damage, he will evade the higher value one.
Which would be
So
the Lance.
which would not be preferable for you because you want that to hit and kill the crew members.
Right. But
The
if I play
next thing, if there's still a tie, so say you play 2 Infernal Lances, and neither of them are doing different amounts of damage, he will evade the first attack, which is really only relevant for something like Praveen's deck has a bunch of base deck cards, which are the lowest value, and some of them will repair you, and so you want that one to hit. So normally you end up following up. That's like the last card you play, which is really the only time that
Right.
can be relevant.
Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Infernal Lance and the Bomb, and I'm going to play a Diversion, which allows me to target a ship, and once all player actions have been taken, I roll 1 die. If the roll is even, then their first action has no effect this phase. And I'm going to do nothing
Which
with...
then it's of course important to roll them in order. Most of the time you can just kind of dump the dice,
Right.
and it tells you everything they did. But there are some abilities you have that will require
Right.
you to do it in order. So you'll roll 1 die at a time
Alright,
for this.
do I roll for my cards before I roll for his? Does it matter?
So the bomb you roll for when you play it.
Great. Okay. Oh yeah, and then the Infernal Lance is if it's not evaded. Got it. Okay. So the bomb, I got a 3. It does 1 damage. Could have been better. I would have really liked to do 2.
So you could use. You have a merchant. You could use
Oh,
the
yes.
merchant to buff the roll. But I'm not sure that helps you in this.
It does not help me in this situation. I would need to buff it by 2, and I cannot. So, yeah. So I'm going to leave that as is, and then once all player actions have been taken, so now I roll for my diversion before I roll for his stuff to see if I can divert his first action.
Okay.
So we've got a 5, so it doesn't even matter. It was not even. So
Now,
the diversion.
too, you could also.
Yeah, so this is important. Yeah, you're right. So I will use my merchant to add +1 to an action deck or standard reward roll. So I turn this 5 into a 6, which makes it even, which means that I can divert the first action.
Turn that frown upside down.
So just for the sake of the suspense, I'm going to roll for what that action would have been anyways, so we know what I dodged, or what I diverted, which is 1 damage. Okay. Now I roll twice more. Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay, so this is like the worst possible thing. Okay, so first of all, I rolled a 3, so he kills my first crew member, which is the one that it was allowing me to play extra attacks, so that sucks. Additionally, he evades 1 attack, which means that no matter what, he's going to evade my Infernal Lance, because the bomb and the Infernal Lance both do the same amount of damage. So I just deal 1 damage to him. Thankfully, I don't take damage. But yeah, that was pretty brutal. We will see how this goes.
So here in the regroup phase, you would collect up the cards you played. You could decide if you want to discard any cards in your hand. And you can also move crew members from station to station. So say, for instance, you want that crew member to help you play extra maneuvers or an attack based on what the cards you're saving.
Right.
This is an opportunity to do that.
I think I want to actually keep it where it is.
I didn't realize you could do that. That's really cool, actually, to change the shape of the battle.
Yeah, and it's important when you do that because you can't just. I mean, for your ship, it really doesn't matter because all of your stations are attack stations. But for other ships, it does. Of when you can move them, you can't just move them completely freely. Otherwise, Jordan would just say, "What do I have in my hand?" and move his crew around. You need to. That costs time. Is basically how the mechanics. Dealing with that.
I actually am going to move it to the attack, in the hopes that I draw an attack card. I am going to go ahead and discard my storeroom rummage, as useful as that would be, because I can no longer play it unless it's my captain's ability. And then I'm going to draw 1, 2. I do not get a third one because I no longer have an additional crew member, but I do get a third one from my thing that gave me an increase to my base hand size for the remainder of the day. So I still draw 3.
So that's even more painful for you to lose crew members because now you can't play the cards and you lose draw.
This is a really rough commander for me to get.
You're welcome.
It's fine. I am going to play another bomb. And that bomb is going to do 1 damage. And then I'm going to... Actually, no. Well, it's fine. I am also going to play a Wind Rider, which lets me evade 1 attack and draw 1 card. I should have done that in the other order, but it ended up not mattering.
I have a question. Some of the cards on them say, like, draw cards, and then others say, draw cards, you may play these immediately. Does that imply that...
So that means you don't have to have a crew member...
It doesn't cost you an action.
Gives you the right to play it. The card
I see.
gave you the right to play it.
Yep. So I am now going to roll for his 3 attacks. Can I have that 3rd dice?
Yes, sir.
So I don't forget how much the bomb did. This is bad. 1 damage, kill your last crew member, and evade 1 attack. So I just got like super mega wrecked. He kills another of my crew members.
Do those guys respawn when you go back to base, or are they just...
They're gone.
You could have read
Oh my god, that's
You
terrible.
could have read a freaking story, Jordan. You could have read a story.
Hey, this is more intense. Now we get to see
You
what
still
happens.
have a
Now we get to see what happens when someone
captain.
dies. And he evades my bomb. I'm going to discard all of my cards. And I'm going to draw 2 because that is now my hand size.
Okay.
And you can now only play 1 card.
Correct.
That's
So,
crazy.
yeah, that's real rough. And I got rid of my Sprocket Rocket, so I don't even have the chance of chaining attacks. Man.
Feels bad.
I'm going to play an Inferno Lance and hope that he doesn't evade it while he wails on me. And now he's going to wail on me. So he evaded and killed a crew member. So it basically just canceled out my Inferno Lance. I'm going to discard this, and I'm going to draw 2 more.
Now he's just taunting you. He's not even
He is-
dealing damage.
yeah.
He's just like laughing it off.
And of course, now I draw my gold personnel augmentation interface, which is useless because it has to target a crew member,
you have no
which I
crew.
don't have. So I'm going to play Deflate. Target 1 enemy ship. Evade all incoming attacks from the targeted ship during this phase. You may not play or use any maneuvers for the remaining phases of this battle. And then he's going to basically... Nothing he rolls matters because he kills a bunch of my crew and evades my non-existent attack. So that's unhelpful. And now I go into the next phase. Yeah, I in retrospect, I did not have enough attack cards to go off on my own and defeat a commander, though I got really unlucky happening to draw a commander while exploring. So it's the risk you take.
What else can you get while exploring?
Some of the other the combat cards could have just been like a random enemy ship or
Okay.
something like that. There's variations. So I'm gonna draw 2 cards.
Yeah, and with I think on your mission you have had a commander coming up after that too, right?
No, I don't. Both of mine are explore. Steve has a
okay.
commander next, so he's gonna go through this. You're welcome. I drew the really crazy one.
Well, that's good.
But there are more, so you might get one to go with it. I'm going to play a bomb and probably roll a 1 or a 2 and do no damage. Oh, 2 damage, but now he gets 3 dice to try and evade that. Yes, he kills a crew member, he evades my attack, and he does a damage to me finally. Rip.
Oh, well, at least you're on your way out here.
Yeah, we're making progress.
End my suffering.
Oof. We're going to Infernal Lance him again. Because if I can get 1 Infernal Lance through, that actually changes the dynamics of this battle a lot. Let's see what happens. But he has a 1/3 chance of evading my attacks, so that's really rough for the Infernal Lance. And he evades, and he evades, and he evades. 3 evades against my Infernal Lance. Rough.
Right now, we just want him to evade and damage you, so you at least die. In this
Yeah. On the
Can you
plus
just
side, he's
die,
not killing me.
please? Like,
I am going
Not
to.
disaster.
I'm going to play a diversion, and I'm going to divert his evade, and then he is going to damage me and evade. So I have 1 health left. We'll see what happens.
The never-ending battle, man. The 100 Years' War.
Right?
You still have a chance, right?
what's it like to
I
have a
do
turn
still
in this
have a
game?
chance,
I don't
yeah.
even know.
I'm going to.
Actually, I don't. I think I
I'm
played
gonna
like
bomb
1
him.
time since I-
I deal 2 damage. Maybe. Probably not. Oh, so close! He killed 2 of my crew and then evaded. So he evades my bomb.
You
Man.
dead? Can you just die?
I'm trying. Alright,
Steve flies over and deals 1 damage.
Yeah, I'm like, I just.
I'm going to play... So, I'm probably going to die now. I'm going to play Storeroom Rummage and grab my Inferno Lance because it's the only card that could potentially help me kill him at this point. And then he's probably going to kill me here. Nope, he evades twice and kills my non-existent crew. Alright,
Not like this.
I'm playing an Inferno Lance. Come on, all crew death, all crew death. Ah, damn it. He evades my Inferno Lance, he kills another crew, and he deals 1 damage to me.
Thank you, sweet Jesus.
So you die.
Rip me.
Grants you the
Alright,
sweet
so
release of death.
now that I have died to this commander, what happens?
So you have to be removed from this assignment, meaning you can't complete it. You are going to roll to see what sort of permanent effect is going to happen to you.
Okay.
And that is on your reference card.
The critical damage roll. Got it.
Basically, it's 1 to 2, you lose a hull. 3 to 4, you lose a system. 5 and 6, you lose a crew. So you want a 5 or 6.
5 or 6. 5 or 6. 5 or 6. Yes! 6. I've lost like
So,
20 crew now.
I was going to say, celebrate the little victory of not losing more than you already lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I go immediately back to the resupply. Is that correct?
Celebrate the little
That's
victories
correct.
of only
So-
having
So you get
all
to
your
repair
friends
everything
die
that's
brutal
damaged.
deaths.
Alright.
You could
In a
technically
15-minute turn.
purchase if you have.
I have no scrap. So,
So you're going to be
onward.
patrolling on the next day, but
Yep.
everybody else I think is completely ready to move on to the next day.
We
too.
are. We've been
Yes.
quite ready for some
Congratulations.
time.
Alright.
are you guys going to your
a
final
new day.
destinations?
Yes.
Final
I'm going to my
destination.
final thing. I'll let you guys
This
go
one
first.
readies.
We get a greaser. Take that.
Here's these.
Holy
And
Jesus.
my shields are.
Plus 3 enemy ships, so plus 2 enemy ships.
Holy crap. So now we get
But-
to see how this plays
No,
out.
it's plus 3 normally, so it's plus
Alright.
2.
Yeah, no, I know.
So we should.
So be very thankful that they drew that commander card.
Yeah. I feel like we should.
Oh fuck! I should have drawn it for Steve instead.
No,
I
too
was
bad.
battling
It
a
was not
commander.
Too bad. All right. So you have Iron Lizzie, the Fox, and Shash Gao And Iron Lizzie is captained by Commander Stock.
What is Stock like? What's he looking like? What does he got here?
On a 1 or a 6, he does a damage. On a 2 or a 4, all non-player attacks are +1 damage, so all of his people. On a 4, all non-player ships evade 1 attack. Apparently, he does nothing on 3 or 5.
Right. If there isn't a number, it's basically not available.
Okay.
They don't do anything.
Oh, I need to give Steve a command.
No, just deal it later because you guys have a lot of
Wait,
ships.
we need to target first, right?
Yeah, you guys need to figure out who they're targeting and who you're targeting.
So it doesn't matter for me. I'm gonna use my vicious volley, so I'll just target like this dude because I want to start wiping other people.
Each of your attacks may target separate ships.
Yes.
That's good. Actually, you know what you can do? If you can reduce... It relies on me not taking damage, which is probably unlikely. But, like...
Yeah, you guys have to
Yeah, I
figure
can
out
reduce
how
damage,
each
so-
of those ships are targeting separately.
I will take at least damage from the boss. Like I'm happy to because he has a low chance of
I'll
damage.
just, like, target the boss. as well.
The Fox ship only deals damage on a 1 through 3.
Okay.
So if you were going to pick one that would do the least damage, it would be that. Well, actually, no. The main ship, the commander, only does damage on a 1 and a 6, and boosts the other one. So if you were going to split it up, that's the one that does the least damage. If that helps you guys.
I'll take the boss. I'm actually happy to take the boss and this guy if you want to take this guy, or like I'll take the boss and you can take these two.
I'm not killing anything on my own is the thing. Like, so I may as well just target something that you are as well. Unless you think you're like...
He's targeting everything. So
Yeah, I'm gonna target everything. I'm gonna start wiping. So.
Well, he has the option to target everything.
Right.
You don't have to commit to this at this point. You could draw your cards and then make
Oh
a
yeah.
decision.
So what you should do is decide who you want to target if you get cards such that you don't want to use your volley.
Well, then I actually want to target this guy. Then I want to wipe him because these two have the same health. So I'm gonna take out the one that's actually gonna deal some damage.
Okay.
So then, should you both target the same or not? Is the question.
No, I'll target the main, the boss ship.
Okay.
And then so I'll take damage from the boss, and you take from the other two.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and draw.
Does Steve have a battle going too?
Steve does have a battle, which we will.
Yeah, I'll do
we're
after.
gonna wait for them to resolve
And
theirs.
then you right now also would be
Yes.
patrolling.
Okay,
I
I'm gonna
am
start
not
sitting
going
on
to take
everyone.
combat again because that
I'm
worked out
going
poorly.
to
So I'm gonna burn both my bandit abilities.
I'm gonna think
draw
about
a
this.
card.
I'm gonna think about what I've done.
Joel, I'm gonna kill every single person in the game on this.
You're just gonna blow them all up.
You gotta be kidding me.
What's your story?
I'm not gonna read this card, but John's gonna know what I say when I say the best laid plans.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Oh, that's excellent.
So
Right.
juicy.
It is quite excellent for the story of my ship.
Sprocket rocket.
Oh my
Get
god.
behind myself off of that. Noble inspiration.
You know what? I'm just doing my own thing.
Refresh that. Have
Okay, so
some
what do we got going on over
self-sacrifice.
here? We've
So,
got lots of cards.
Yeah, they are doing a
exhaust
lot of
this.
stuff. They're exhausting abilities.
exhausted
Praveen
all my
played.
abilities.
Praveen played a bunch of matchlock repeaters, so he's got like 6 cards in play,
That's the last one.
That's
7 cards in
everything.
play. Jesus.
Uh,
Oh,
I
did you
could
use
draw
a
an
bunch of
additional
abilities?
card.
Is that-
I burned all my bandit abilities.
Wow.
I'll draw an additional card.
Yeah. So they've basically burned almost all their abilities to play a ton of cards
And I'm also gonna burn my vicious volley.
because you're doing so many attacks.
Yeah, because I've also got the breach shells, which is +1 damage
Yeah.
for each attack I'm doing.
Makes sense.
And I've got the thing
Alright,
that
so
makes
the-
it direct damage on it.
So one of the best ways to deal with the vicious volley is just go ahead and put the cards on the enemy
Yeah,
ship.
'cause you have to decide now.
Okay, how are you assigning damage?
So this does 2 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it does 6 direct damage.
Yeah. So the
So we'll just shit on
So
the
how
boss.
is that getting
Alright.
direct damage?
It's got the explosive rounds on it.
Okay, so that is not your card.
Oh, really? Why is... Oh,
No,
I think
it
I
isn't.
probably
Did
took
you
it
steal
from-
that from me and not give it
And
back?
I never gave it back to him.
Well,
Alright.
So
then-
technically,
Draw it
you
if you
should
want.
get one more card.
nah.
well, I got a matchlock repeater, so...
How are you allowed to play so many cards?
Because the matchlock repeater lets him play more.
And the bandit abilities let me play extra cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he just blew everything to play a million cards.
Great.
So the boss has evade, is that true?
So the boss on a 4 will get to evade once. The And on a 4, the fox will also evade once, but you guys probably aren't attacking it, so it doesn't matter. Shashgao could evade twice if it rolls a 2 and the boss rolls a 4. But remember, you're going to roll multiple dice for each. But it's a 1 in 6 chance on each one.
Okay, so this is a guaranteed death if I burn this guy on him. Because he can't evade.
Well, he could if the boss rolls a 4.
But that's the best chance.
Yeah.
Wait, if the boss rolls a 4, does he evade or does
All non-player ships evade.
Mother of God. Okay.
Yeah. Each time that he rolls that. It's
So you want him dead as soon as possible.
yeah. You really want to make sure that you kill the commander probably this turn, even
Okay,
if
so
it
then
means
I can
assigning
just
extra damage.
Put this on him, and that's 6. That'll kill him. So I can play.
As long as he doesn't roll a 4.
Yes.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't evade it.
So I can do that.
How much damage are you doing to the boss?
So that'll do 4.
I'm doing 3 damage.
Okay. It seems
Oh, you're doing 3. So then that'll be.
it seems okay to risk if he evades the breach shells, you still do 3 and can kill
I
him
actually
next
also
turn.
have an ability that lets me take one of my attack cards to target any ship. If that is so, I have a 1 and a 2, and I can split those as I desire.
Are you're trying to kill 2 ships
So
right
if
now?
you use that ability and move your attack here, then unless he.
You
the
can move
attack of
one
2 or
card.
the attack of 1.
The attack of 2.
The
Yeah.
attack okay.
And that way you basically have
We have full coverage.
full
unless
coverage
it's
on
not
everything, so if they don't evade, you kill them all in 1 round,
Okay,
which is kind of insane. I wish I could do that.
I'll do that then. Okay, so that moves the attack of 2 here.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And so
now
your
we
sprocket
roll.
rocket is on this guy.
And
And
the
then-
sacrifice is here
Great.
for 2.
Okay, so you guys have assigned all your things. So which ship are you going to roll for first? Probably the commander because he affects the other
He's
ships.
targeting me, so, I roll for him. What do we
So you
roll?
roll 4 dice,
4 dice.
because he has 3 crew members plus the captain.
Oh,
the,
man.
Like the past two.
Bad news.
3, 2, 3,
What's the last
2.
one?
2.
All right, so every ship does an extra damage,
Fuck. Okay.
but he does nothing on the 3s. So he does not evade, and you will destroy him once we resolve that.
Okay.
But now we have to roll for the other ones, and all of their attacks will do +2 damage per attack.
Okay. So how many dice does each of these roll?
So you could
How many?
get killed. Captain plus each crew, so 3 for each ship.
I'm rolling for this, so 4. Receive 1 less.
Oh
damage.
yeah, Joel should be rolling
Oh
for
yeah,
these.
Joel should
Oh,
roll.
Because they're
sorry.
attacking Joel.
Both of those are attacking. Yeah, I'm just gonna go all at once.
Yeah, so 3 dice there.
So I have 1, 3, and 6. So 1 damage, 1 damage,
Oh shit.
And, so
nothing.
you're gonna take 6 damage from that guy
Wait, how?
because it's +2 damage for each attack
Yep.
from the command because of the commander.
Sure.
Holy mother
So
of God.
Joel's about to take 6 damage, but let's see what's happening here before we resolve anything.
Sure.
So
Okay,
another
so he
3
will
dice.
also die for sure.
Yes, because he's not going to evade.
And then this one is another
It's
3.
just Joel might die as well, but you might kill them all as long as he doesn't roll a 2 right here. A 2. Okay.
There's a 2.
So,
So 2 is evade, 1 attack. 1 is 1 damage, and 6 is
right.
nothing.
So you're currently taking 9 damage, 3, 6, 6, and he's evading the biggest attack on this one, which I think is your 2,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So he's gonna take 2 damage. Let's just do the easy ones first, right? The commander takes like 7 damage and gets wiped. This guy takes 4 damage and gets wiped. But now you have to figure out what to do about 9 damage spread across 3 attacks.
Yeah, so I don't actually have like anything that gets me out of that. So
'Cause you're
it's just
getting
like
behind
because
you
I,
and
I have
stops
I
the
have
you
7.
lose the breach shells too.
Hmm?
You lose the breach shells.
Oh,
when you
because
lost.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
okay.
That really sucks.
Oh, you could have intimidated one of them, maybe.
No, I couldn't have because
Oh.
they had 4 health and I have 6. They had to have twice.
Ah,
I had
darn.
to have twice. Yeah.
Rip Joel.
Yeah, rip me.
Because your get behind you stops 1 attack.
It stops 1 damage. It's basically an additional
okay.
shield. So I have 7 health total and just take 9 and die.
All right, so you just
Yeah.
flip them over.
Yeah.
And so we lose the breach shells. That's correct.
Mhm.
Or do I get it because I'm still alive? on
Yeah,
this
he
shit?
loses it.
Feels bad, man.
It got
Does
shot.
that health go away forever?
No.
So wait, how did he get breach shells?
He got it from salvage from their previous commander. So it was just in his hold. So now he loses
Yeah.
it because he got killed, right?
Right. Yes,
Okay.
he loses.
So now you make your critical damage roll, which is roll 1 dice to see what happens when you died.
Okay. Ugh.
Is Praveen still alive?
Yeah.
Praveen is still alive.
I
so
rolled
they're-
a 2, so I'm gonna lose a hull upgrade, which isn't the worst.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna. I mean,
Take the
like,
cheap
this
one,
is
yeah.
easy to replace.
So now you get kicked out of the mission and immediately go home like
Oh,
me.
because he was the commander, so we can't get rewards off the mission. We just get the salvage.
Right.
No, you get
no.
everything
Oh.
if you survive.
Oh yeah, this is
Okay.
Don't you
So
worry, I
you
took
can't
one already.
die.
Yeah.
Otherwise, all the work
So-
that you had here
Yes.
goes bye-bye.
Yeah, so all you have to do is do 2 damage and not die. So hopefully you have something that helps you not
Oh,
die.
so should I just resolve this? Or
Yeah,
should-
so go ahead and take your next
What are
turn.
do you have your personality still up?
Yeah.
You didn't
What
burn
ones do
them?
you have?
I have immediately repair one of your currently damaged hulls
Ah.
or armor.
That would have
And
been
then
great for
the
you.
other one is no trades,
Although
and
not
one
enough.
is it only helps me on drawing salvage.
Okay.
Or on
I had an ability
Okay.
that
drawing systems.
I used to get the
So
extra
that
point of
means
damage
You can
in.
take 2 damage,
Yeah. Well, okay,
right?
so
Because you have none of your hulls damaged, right?
yeah.
All right, Praveen, do what you
Play
can.
Burst cannon.
This guy's gonna roll 3 dice. He does have a chance to evade, so overkill if you can.
I guess I'll just use 2 holy hulls.
Which do what?
Reduce
They
the
just-
total damage you receive this phase by 1.
I might as
So
well just-
you can't play 2 holy hulls.
Oh
'cause
right.
Because
Wait, I
you
can't
don't
play any
have
of
enough
them.
plays.
Oh,
The
you can play
captain
one
can
of them
play
as your
one card
captain,
anytime.
Oh,
right?
okay, gotcha.
One
Yeah.
is captain, one is
So
the
you
other.
can, but you can
And
still
then
play
I'll
an attack,
a wildfire cannon.
which is good. All right, so now roll 3 dice.
Mhm.
What you got?
So you're actually in a pretty good position
Yeah.
with your crew member.
All right.
2 6s and a 5.
Perfect. So he
So
does
6
1
is
damage
nothing,
to
yeah.
you, but you evade it because you're holy hull, or
Oh,
you
sweet.
reduce it, and then he takes a crap ton of damage and dies.
Nice.
Which
Perfect.
means, and we forgot to roll this for the other ones.
Yeah, we didn't roll anything.
We roll salvage as soon as they die, right? Or do we have to?
No.
It's at the end of the
You only roll
battle?
salvage if someone's alive to pick it up.
Got it. So now you get to roll 3 salvage rolls. 1 for your commander,
Right here.
and then the other 2 are the normal, right?
He's going to roll 1 dice to tell us what he gets off of that commander.
Right.
In addition, he's going to roll 3 dice for each of those other ships. So he's going to roll 6 dice.
'Cause
that
it's
will
tier
give him
3?
just scrap.
Is that because we're in?
Do I
tier
also
3?
lose my scrap when I die?
Yes. No, you don't
Okay.
lose scrap when you die.
Great.
I think I forgot to. I rolled for the salvage for the last commander we beat, but not for the scrap.
Fucking 3.
I don't think you roll
Wasn't
for
it just
scrap
one
for
guy?
commanders.
You
It's-
just said
it's
we're rolling
instinct.
3.
He's rolling 3 dice per ship because it's in tier 3.
Oh, okay.
No, so I rolled
those
for the
regular
commander
ships,
first.
they roll
Right.
for
Yeah.
scrap.
So what'd you get?
I got a 3, so that's 1 random silver and 1 gold. And I'm gonna use my Lady Edwina's ability, so that's like I get to choose when I get a random system.
Here's
Nice. So you probably want to choose the gold
Yeah, I
and
would
then
like the
get a
I would
random
like
silver.
the burst cannon off the gold, the one that I literally just
The one that we dropped.
Well,
You mean the
lost
breach
our
shells?
breach
Breach
which
shell?
means it
Yeah.
returns to the supply.
Yeah.
the breach shell.
So where's that?
I just right here I got it.
Okay. Now you can get a random silver.
Yeah, so you deal that to me, and I'll roll 3 for the ships.
Okay.
This is scrap roll.
Yeah.
right?
So roll 3 twice. Roll 6 dice basically and add them up. Wow.
Okay. That's 12.
And then if you want
5,
to draw
6,
for him.
11, 13. So 25.
So give yourself
The
25
random
scrap.
silver is another burst cannon.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
Wow.
Oh.
What a lucky guy. What a lucky guy.
Skill. We call it skill around these parts.
All right. So
I sacrifice. Joel, I'll trade you some
And then
scrap
you
for
finish
being
your
my
assignment.
human shield.
Yes.
When we
That'd
get
be
to that, you're
good.
gonna get
I want
another
more
20.
crew.
and you get 20 more scrap for finishing your assignment.
Oh my god, I'm rich.
Um,
I got 45 scrap.
Steve, you're up. Because I'm
What's
gonna
this
do mine
game I get to
last.
play.
Yeah.
This is a game where I get to
So,
execute
yeah,
something.
I mean, this would have been done while they were
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
that. You would go ahead and just do yours.
Normally you would do it simultaneously.
Give me a captain.
Commander.
Give me a commander. Sorry.
Oh, we're still waiting on it.
I haven't taken my turn yet. Yes, I've been waiting for you
After
guys.
watching their commander battle, it definitely
Okay,
gives
so
you a
Steve
grim
gets an
outlook.
extra enemy ship off the commander.
No.
Yep.
Okay, I'm dead.
Good luck, Steve.
I'm literally just dead.
You said you wanted to take on a level 3
So
commander.
he got Alexander.
Mine was hard enough with no extra shit.
I'm dead. I'm
Uh-oh.
dead.
Yeah.
Did you just say, oh no?
Alexander only does damage on everything, and some of his do half of it. He has a 50% chance of doing 2 damage on each roll. He also has a chance to do direct damage.
This actually would have been way better for us. Like, you would have survived.
So in tier
No,
2,
he-
you
he's
guys
probably
had it,
still would've died.
Really easy, apparently.
Bye. Okay, how many cards do I draw?
The tier 3 commanders at their worst.
Whatever your thing says.
2. Okay, 2 cards plus additional card for every 2 ship systems. So
You also may want to think about using this depending on what you draw.
Oh,
'cause
you
that's-
have no health. You
I have
just
no. I have
cards.
nothing. Okay,
You
I'm
too.
definitely gonna use it.
But see what you draw first. 'cause if
Okay,
you do
so
no
I want to
damage,
draw
it's useless.
1 and 1, 2. I draw
Let's see.
3.
Four.
4 cards.
Boys.
Yeah, you draw 4
One,
cards. That's not bad. And remember, you can
2,
immediately repair one of your damaged hull
3,
if you take damage.
4. Okay, so let's see.
But you're in trouble, and you need to. Who are you targeting? I assume the commander because he needs to die. I'm just gonna put you on the commander because you already drew. Here. Oh, here's your cards back, by the way, Joel.
Oh.
I don't. One of them might. I don't know if any of them are his, but they were just.
Okay.
Steve, don't even worry about it. You're dead.
What it says, deal 1 damage to each of your targets currently on damaged armor. Are those armor?
That's a good question.
Yes.
He has no armor, so
Fudge.
it's not that helpful. And the other guy has 2 armor, but you're not currently targeting him. So you might want to save that card if you have other things you can play.
I'm dead.
Well, the Sprocket Rocket lets you play your Cannon Blast, right? Because it lets you play an additional card.
The tech card.
Oh, additional tech card. Okay, well that means that you can play the Sprocket Rocket plus this if it's useful, then play this as your extra card. Because you get 2 cards, right? You get a Captain card and
I guess.
attack.
Okay, place this card on an action deck card. You have it in play. I don't have that.
Well, but you will. So, okay, so here's what you can do. You can play the Cannon Blast, right? Now you can play the Sprocket Rocket, which lets you play a tech card, so now you can play this on either of those. Probably this one, because it's strictly better than the Cannon Blast. So your system maintenance lets you put your Sprocket Rocket on top of your deck, so you can get it back immediately. Which could
And
be
I guess
comboed.
I save this.
Yeah.
Who does more damage? I guess
Well, you-
this. So I'm gonna
Oh,
use
yeah.
Agent Jess.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna just leave this.
So you
face up so I
remember.
can remember.
All right.
Draw 1 card. Play 1 maneuver. This phase, I don't have any of that.
Though, yeah, and you probably don't need to draw a card right now.
Okay.
You're fine. You might not be fine, but we'll
Okay, so I'm targeting. Okay, target that. Is that
see.
it? And I
Now
roll?
you have to roll 3 dice.
Can you give me the dice?
Wherever they are. Does Praveen have
Where
them?
are the dice?
Who has the dice? You have the dice. They're right in front of you.
Yeah,
Oh.
in front of you already.
Okay, I'd roll 3 for them, or
Yeah, if you're lucky, you'll roll not 1, 3, or.
a 1,
5.
4, 5.
So you take 2 damage, 1 damage, or so 2 damage, 1 direct damage, and 2 damage. So 5 total. But if you use this, you can reduce that down to 3.
I will use that.
But
still
it's
good.
not going to matter because.
I'm using this.
Right, and then you still take. So you take a damage, you repair it, then you still take 2 more, which takes out all your health.
Which is, I'm still alive.
Hang on.
No, as soon as everything's damaged, you're dead. So
Really?
Yeah, you have no health.
So even without rolling for this guy, there was nothing you could do.
What a pathetic
I waited that long for this? I didn't
Welcome
think.
to my world.
I didn't, I didn't
The
think
two
I would.
the 2 people with the best attack.
I
work
just
together.
assumed I wouldn't get two commanders.
Right, well, every other one has been in the gauntlet, which reduces commanders.
Oh.
Commanders on average
Yeah.
draw 1 extra enemy ship with
Okay,
them.
well, I'm
and
dead.
Tier 3 makes them much harder to deal
So
with.
now,
You guys were doing
Roll.
3 versus 1, and now you moved into a situation
should have
where
just
it was
all
2
done this
versus 1,
one.
but the opposite.
Right.
Yep, we should have combined.
so now
Tier
you
th- we were
roll
just
your
like,
critical
we
damage,
did it once
Steve.
before.
Yeah, don't forget also that
Just
when
one
we
die.
were at 3v1, Steve didn't do anything, so he had no.
You were
no
3v1,
combat experience.
And it was tier 2.
What it should have been is it should have been like Praveen and Steve together.
Lose 1 hull
I don't think
upgrade.
we would've made it.
Oh
I
my
think it should
god.
like Praveen
So
and
one of your armor
me
goes
for
away.
sure, and like maybe like one more of
You
you.
have the
I think.
armor, I think.
Yeah, I think if you two had stuck together against
Yeah,
this, you
fine.
might-
Okay,
There's
well,
this
I'm dead.
as well.
I hate my life.
There's that as well.
So
For-
sad.
you have the bag by you.
This game.
Yep,
That's
it's
awesome.
hardcore.
That
but
was the last day, though, right?
No, we have to fight the final commander.
Yeah, because we completed all our missions. But I still haven't resolved mine.
Okay.
My story time, which Sean
Wait,
knows
so
what's
we
coming.
completed
We've completed 5 missions.
Do we get to outfit
Theoretically.
ourselves?
Counting the part
I have
that
no
we skipped,
scrap,
yeah.
so
Okay.
I have no scrap. I have 1 hull
Do we get
upgrade.
to outfit ourselves? Like,
Yes, we will.
okay.
But-
so
Can you
actually-
give me some
But
shit?
before we start talking about that, why don't I finish my day?
All right.
I'm going
Can
to
you
read
not?
you a story.
Is it gonna ruin my day?
I'm going to read you a story.
No.
It's gonna be bad.
Your plan was to enjoy an easy day of salvage
Same.
on the new wrecks caused by the past night storms. That was not your plan. You went after a commander.
You don't know what I was...
However, you weren't the only captain with that idea. Draw a skirmish card. So I even drew a story card and ended up with a skirmish.
Like, nope.
Yeah.
You got an Imperial
No.
cruiser.
A skirmish card. Those are these. So we don't actually know what it is yet.
But it might be the Imperial Cruiser.
It could be a commander. All right. Gruesome indeed. From out of nowhere, a rifle round narrowly misses your shoulder. You waste no time locating the source. It is an unarmed vessel except for a group of men with the longest rifles you've ever seen. Draw one enemy ship. This is actually really good for me. I'm going to 100% win this battle because I have no crew members. So
Go on.
This ship's abilities are replaced by the following. You roll once, plus an additional time for each crew member, as normal. On a 1 or 2, kill a crew member. On a 3 through 6, nothing happens. I have no crew members. They cannot kill me, so I am going to destroy them.
So can we just shortcut
Yeah,
this
so-
by saying, like, and eventually you'll...
I think we should shortcut this because they can't dodge, and I am going to eventually demolish
just roll
them.
enough damage.
Yeah, this would be the longest battle. Just
It would be. It would be me drawing my non-attack
So
cards.
there are some situations where you wouldn't want to shortcut it necessarily, but he doesn't have any cards that really help
Right.
him.
Yeah.
There's like what is it? The magnetic grapple where you grab onto them and you get extra scrap once they die.
right.
Yeah.
There's some other
But in this
things
case,
like that would allow you to be
Yeah.
farming stuff up or repairing yourself during that battle. But in this situation and with the systems he has, you can just
Yeah.
pretty much skip it.
so I roll 3 dice for scrap after I slowly demolish him. And for all of that, I got 8 scrap. Fantastic.
and Steve got out there.
But luckily here for you, crew members are cheap.
Yes, crew members are cheap. I wish I could use my bartering, but I don't have enough scrap to do both. I still am going to need to borrow scrap from people in order to even buy a crew member.
Well, it's good that I can trade
So-
infinitely.
So now everybody's pretty much
Why
back
can
at
you
the
trade
resupply.
I got 'em.
Yes.
After everyone's
Grab your
stuff comes
friends
off
back.
cooldown, all your ship systems repair, and now you can end up installing and trading. And here, actually, Praveen, because you have so much stuff
Yeah.
from the haul you had after that battle, your monkey is actually going to be
Reynolds
doing a
comes
pretty
in
good job for
clutch.
you because you can trade
Yeah.
twice.
Can it?
Oh, I can trade.
Can you
twice?
give me like?
Wait, it's
how do I buy hull upgrades? How do I
Or
get a
no
hull
trade
upgrade?
limits, is that what it says?
Yeah.
Spend scrap, which you don't have.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
And you can do quite a bit more, so that's awesome.
You
I
could
know.
maybe ask
Yeah.
Praveen for some.
Praveen, give me scrap so I can buy hull
Ah,
upgrades.
Joel,
Steve,
may I
May
have
I
2 of your
please?
scraps since you don't have enough to buy anything?
I'm gonna give him.
I mean, I might have something to buy it, enough to buy anything if Praveen sees so fit. I think
No,
I
I
deserve
need-
some reward from Praveen.
No, I don't.
I let
for
him
being
die,
his
so he
meat
I have
deserves
one
something.
hull upgrade. Like I think I need something.
I-
Okay, you need
just-
something for sure.
I need a crew member, and I'm 2 scrap short.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you can definitely take 2 scraps.
okay,
Look at
so
it.
because you can trade
I
with
can
all
trade
of us,
infinitely,
right?
so
All
it's
right, so
like-
okay, what are you gonna give me?
I'll
Praveen?
take 2
Shut
scrap
up,
from
Steve.
you.
So first of all, would you rather have the weapons,
buy
or would
a crew
you
member.
rather I sell them and give you scrap?
Would I rather have? I mean, I have the slots for them. I
Would
want
you
to
want to
spend.
clutter your deck though, because you get the cards too.
Yeah, also, each of them can only receive once. Even though you can give out to as many people,
Oh.
Yes.
they can only receive
So you can either
one
give him
thing.
one item
So
or
if
some
you,
scrap.
If it makes more sense to sell one of your systems and give them a bunch of scrap,
Oh,
as
I
opposed to
see.
giving them,
And then I can just
if
buy
you're
the
gonna give
stuff.
them 2 scrap and a system, that might not be as valuable, but it all depends on what they need.
Okay.
I want. What do I want?
Man, I am rough. All right, this is a rough spot.
I definitely want to replace my missing health there, which will cost me 10 scrap. And then maybe an additional ally.
Well, are we all just fighting one less?
Yeah.
So I don't know that
Well,
you.
the commander
All
is
right.
gonna have stuff, but yeah, it's like a boss.
How much scrap do you have? You have 43.
Yeah, the battle coming up
And if
here
I
is
sell
going to
these
be
two, I'm gonna have-
draw
There's gonna be a lot of
an enemy
ships.
All right.
commander, and instead of his normal enemy ship draws, he's going to draw one ship per player.
Okay,
So there's
how
gonna be
about...
It's gonna be 4 versus 5.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I need. Okay, I don't know that I need hull upgrades.
I
So
think you're
Yeah.
fucked either way. First of all,
just
but
give me
yes.
hull upgrades.
Hull
All right.
upgrades are expensive, dude.
How much are they? 10?
No, you can get a bronze health for 10.
Okay.
So if you gave him 10 scrap, if you gave him 20 scrap, he could buy 2 health,
That's 14.
which would like keep him from dying
Well,
immediately.
let's see what Joel needs.
All right,
first.
I'm thinking...
Why
I want-
not?
There's...
I
there's
died for my sins.
I died
We-
for my
we
own
all
sins.
died.
Everyone died except you.
You died for your own sins.
Alright.
I'm asking for basic
Nice.
14 to replace this and get a new crew
Alright.
member. If you could spare it, this is my like high wish, but an additional 20 for a silver upgrade.
How much do you
So
even
we'll
have
see.
to give out?
I reject that. Can you give? You should get the thing
I
back.
can give you 14.
The
Why would
14
I can't
he,
do anything.
he
with
can't
14.
do anything with the extra 4.
No,
He either,
I said I can give
him.
you 14.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For
14
what?
takes me to 20. 20 replaces my
Yeah.
lost ship upgrade and buys me.
Honestly,
an ally.
honestly, you don't
have
need
to
that
be-
extra
you
hull.
have,
You-
you had a
you should
silver
get something
system,
else probably,
but
like
you
a
could
crew
trade to
or
someone,
a-
they could
The
assault
extra
the
hull is
system.
so good because it
Oh,
increases
okay.
my hand by 1.
I mean, it
That's
depends
what-
on
yeah.
what you really think you're gonna. Because it'd be amazing to jump into that battle and have both of your burst cannons and both of your
Repeater.
Wait.
why am I spacing on the name? The breach shells. If you had all of those up at the same time, but is that going to happen? What's the likelihood of
Yeah.
drawing all 4 of those cards? So is it more valuable to sell the silver ones?
So
Well, selling the silver one over the bronze only gives me an extra 5 scrap, which may be useful.
So what we could have done,
Mhm.
if we wanted to change how much scrap you gave me, is if you gave me an extra 10, I could use my ability to buy a random silver and then trade it back to you for half price.
No, but you can't like.
I don't.
Can
need
you
an
receive
He-
once and?
I
give
can
once?
receive once and give once. So if
Okay.
he had given me,
I don't need an extra
Okay.
silver.
Mhm.
but yeah, we haven't used that ability at all. So like,
So you need
I could
14,
give that.
correct?
14 is my like baseline.
Yeah, I can't give you 34.
Yeah. Okay,
so
that's fair.
Let's
Yeah.
give you 14.
All right, which takes me to 20, and I will buy the hull back.
Steve, how much did you need?
20.
and a
A
crew
person.
member.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
Figure out what type of person
Actually-
you want.
So here's another question. My crew slots
can
don't
have
have an
20.
icon here. Does that mean they actually don't get to?
They don't give you extra cards. They're just you can have more crew. They don't let you
And
play
the
extra
crew, you
cards.
get
They-
to use their abilities.
You get okay.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
crew for
first I
abilities.
sell
Nice
these
with the
two.
bringing people back off.
Yeah, I mean
And
that's
I want a
probably
random- I want a
so.
Or we could have given that 10 to Steve
Random?
and let him
No, I
get
get
an
to
extra
choose
card to
which
buy.
No,
one.
so the 1 per trick, play +1 attack card this phase, or just another up here. I mean, like these are very strong when I can refresh.
That's
them,
fair.
right?
Where's the other? There's no more gold things.
In the
Oh,
meantime,
because this gets me an extra attack play. Okay, I'm gonna take a bandit.
I have an Imperial named Asher Reed who can give plus
can I have
1
a
damage to an
personality for my
attack
new
card in
bandit?
play. Absolutely.
Where's the
You
Where's the
have-
rest
He's
of
got
these
a
things?
built-in dog.
Are there more of
right,
these?
full power.
Yeah.
Which actually, that is
Prepping.
my
Okay, one of
son,
these.
Asher, my youngest.
Mhm.
I made him older, and that's actually our dog.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I came with a built-in companion.
What's he do?
I can select an attack that I have currently in play and make it deal 1 damage extra.
Target one ship, redirect this ship's first attack to the ship of your choice as direct
Oh, God in
damage
heaven.
once per region. But I can just so this lets me redirect opponent's attacks to others, right? Is that
One opponent's attack.
one opponent's attack to another
opponent.
to another opponent?
Nice.
Nice.
That's pretty
All right.
strong.
Are we all ready to find
Where's
out
my
what
extra?
happens?
Are we all ready, guys?
Are you looking for a hull?
And
The
that
hull that
was
I
provided,
lost,
and
yeah.
you can bring it off cooldown too.
That's not right. This is an ability.
Oh.
Oh, is it?
Uh,
It's probably wherever you put it then. It's probably in there somewhere.
I grabbed it.
Now, the,
Oh, you took it?
Oh, you
Okay.
took a-
Then
okay.
grab another one out of the bag
Yeah.
of hull upgrades.
Well, we can just use a
Joel,
fake
how
one.
does that
Just
card
use this.
read?
Should be.
Should we
Just
do
use
it
this
again?
fake one.
This card reads:
Are they not
target
ready for
one
you,
ship,
that
redirect this
bag?
ship's first attack to the ship of your choice as direct damage.
Okay, so it actually ends up being that you can't combo it twice in the same round because it's the first attack. So there's a little built-in.
Oh, in the
safety
same
on it.
round. Okay,
But you can still bring it
Yes,
back.
you can wait
It
for them
blocks
to
and
use it
redirects
next
once
turn
per
again,
round,
but
yeah.
You can't be like, you can't use like 2 noble
Alright.
inspirations to bring it back and
Yeah.
do it 3 times.
Okay, that's fair.
Because you'll only redirect it.
Go ahead
again
and keep
to a
that because
different
we'll need the
enemy,
space.
and that won't
No,
really
keep it.
help.
Okay,
All right, Praveen.
I'm debating selling my 2 matchlock repeaters for an extra crew.
and I have no.
that's
I
right.
feel like the matchlock
scrap.
repeaters are super powerful
they're good
with
for my
everything else you
combos.
have. All right, Praveen. I need you to draw me a commander and then 4 more ships.
Okay, well the commander's an Bandit Condor class, which straight up looks
The
like something
Delphinus.
out of Firefly.
It does. I like it.
And we get Grimshaw, who comes with 1 extra enemy ship.
So instead of that, we're drawing 4 extra
Wow.
enemy ships.
Not bad, not bad.
Grimshaw.
Oh God.
We got the Vulture, a Greaser class. Misbehavior, a Bandit Condor class. Garu Kalar, a Legion Defiler class. And the Ever Eagle, a Rogue Spitfire
Hello, Late Night Tabletop. Welcome to the stream. How are you this
class. Look
evening?
at all these beautiful kids. I know. Well, some more than others.
Definitely someone others.
All right. So, ability-wise, Grimshaw has a 50% chance of dealing 1 damage, a 1 in 6 chance of dealing 2 damage and getting 2 evades, and then a 2/3 chance of evading once. And he gets to roll 3 times. The Vulture has a 1/3 chance of dealing a damage, a 1 in 6 chance of receiving -1 damage, and a 1 in 6 chance of restoring 1 of his armor.
Well, why don't we just
The
Why don't we just what?
just like go? I'm not gonna remember any of this.
well,
Yeah. This
it
is
will
for-
help us know who to target. Is why I'm
Oh.
calling it out.
can you call it just like? Can you like do a more like tactical read on like who's the worst? I just feel like I forget already.
See, this is why you can't survive the single battle.
Yeah. Misbehavior does damage on 4 out of 6.
Also, the hull is worthwhile because then it makes
Yes.
Should we go ahead and draw our cards?
No, we have to do
Okay.
targets first. Remember.
Oh, yeah.
Ever Eagle has a 1/3 chance of damage and a 1/3 chance of evade, and then nothing. Garu Kalar has a 50% chance of a damage and a 1 in 6 chance of evade.
How's
so
the boss looking? How much evade
the
does
boss definitely does the most damage and has the highest chance of evading. So if we can kill him quickly and
Does he benefit the others?
no. So the 2 that do the most damage are the boss and misbehavior. So it seems like we want to kill those first.
How much evade does
These 2
Misbehavior have?
do the least damage.
Hey, guess what?
Misbehavior is no
That
evade.
thing's a non-entity because it has half of my.
So you're
hull.
gonna intimidate it out.
Yeah,
right now?
that one's just gone.
Oh,
Alright.
really?
So the Ever Eagle goes away because he uses
Does
his
it go
ability.
away forever? Does it come
Yes.
back?
It's just it's removed from the
Removed from
battle.
the combat. That's great.
Easy.
Does anyone else have cool ability? No.
I can repair myself immediately.
So I feel like you and I should go after Grimshaw.
No, I'm going
probably.
after that guy. I'm gonna wipe him.
Why not wipe the boss, which does the most
Because he has
damage?
evades. And my things
Right,
do a ton of damage.
but I have cards that can make your stuff do direct
Well, I'm
damage.
gonna use this if I get good damage.
Okay.
If he gets sufficient damage, he's just gonna do everything.
What is your ability?
Yeah.
What is it?
It lets me attack whoever I want with each attack.
I'm gonna go after Grimshaw because he needs
I'll
to
go after
die,
Boss
evades
as
or
well.
not. Like we just have to kill him. We have to do so many attacks that even if he evades, he dies.
I will go after. Where's my thing? I haven't even attacked anyone in so long.
I don't know.
I don't know how you
What's
lost it.
the
That's a good question. You should.
which does the
not
most
Can't
do
even
that.
find his.
Maybe I can have this. I didn't touch it.
what is the most likely to do damage?
The
boss.
boss.
Lose it on the floor.
The
or
boss?
something?
The guy that I'm on.
Check under your cards. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
And I
don't
can
think people gave it back to
I
me.
can redirect its attack at itself.
Can you? That's
Its
busted.
first attack.
Someone was my seven.
1 damage.
Oh my
1
God,
damage.
I
1
didn't
damage.
touch
2
it.
damage. 2 evade.
You must have the target the enemy
Okay.
attacked.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
So I'm just gonna like also off the bat.
I just
I mean,
died
I guess we all selected our targets now.
No.
No,
Steve, just tell us who you're targeting.
I see Late Night Tabletop is actually interested in Palm Island.
Right?
And if you guys are busy deliberating, I could show him in real quick.
Do it.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Steve will take
So I
forever.
actually have a deck right here. The Palm Island works right in the palm of your hand. It's 17 cards per player.
Do they
So
attack me if
solo,
I
it's
attack
just
them?
17 cards.
No,
Pretty
we haven't decided who they're attacking yet.
quick and easy game.
Who should I attack?
For the most part, you can take it wherever.
Probably.
And how it works is each of these
or-
cards
No, you guys will.
has
You could
4
go after
different states
the vulture.
that on the
I'll
front.
do that.
Maybe?
Vulture.
They
Or
rotate
this one.
and they change
I
as you make your way through the deck.
I
You'll see
attacked the vulture.
on the cards
Check
they
in all
have
those tokens.
symbols.
to
I don't
see
know if you can quite see
find
that, but they have different symbols
it.
with
Among your
cost.
stuff.
When you
What, did
pay
you
for
lose
the
this target
symbols,
token?
that will
Already,
allow you
apparently.
You say
take
I
that
lost
action.
it,
So, for
you
instance, here
targeted
this
this
says
guy.
free. I can
Huh?
store
Oh, you
this,
targeted
and when I
this
store
guy.
it goes out
You
to the side
are
like this.
I'll
targeting-
take his target.
And now I
Oh,
have
I see.
a fish stored, so I could use that fish to
You
pay
probably
for
want
other
to be
things
targeted by the
in
boss
the
because you're the
future.
tankiest.
Sure.
As I
Yeah.
make my way through the deck, and so
maybe-
that's kind of how Palm
Do you
Island
want to take
works.
2 or
work
do
your
you
way
want
through
me
the
and
deck,
Steve
upgrading
to
your
take
stuff.
the other 2?
There is a link to
I'm nervous
the
about taking all of
Kickstarter
it
in
just
the
because
feed
of what
here. You
happened
can
last
definitely
time.
watch
but-
the videos there and get some more information.
I think it's best to split it.
Campaign's
First
doing
one.
very well. I am thrilled with it.
I guess Steve could take
But
this
I
one,
don't
and
know
I'll
if
take
these
this
guys
one.
are ready. Give you a little glimpse.
I believe we are.
I'm the cap. The cap is mine. Is
We're
me.
almost ready.
All right.
We're ready.
All right, we are ready. So now everyone draw your cards. Hopefully you've
Alright.
remembered to shuffle your deck.
Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I only get to draw 2 cards, which is going to be rough.
Oh, this is nice for
This is
me.
going to be extra rough. I'm going to try and
Alright.
bomb the boss.
Okay, so I'm gonna use both my.
And I bomb him for
Draw
0.
a
Yeah,
card
I'm
and
super
get,
useful, y'all.
an extra.
And I'm gonna use this ability, Vicious Volley.
You know
not
what?
Getting the cards I really
Just
want.
because I'm going to, I'm going to go ahead and
Draw another.
add.
I don't wanna do that.
I'm going to go ahead and add 1 damage to my 0 damage attack.
I can one shot the boss this turn. There's nothing you can do about it.
'Cause you have enough direct damage.
If it's an immediate
well,
card,
then in
can I
that
just play
case,
that
I'm gonna not use this
anytime I
ability.
want?
Yeah. so
Even
you
if I don't use
So
a.
you don't have to play it right now.
But I have to save a slot for it.
I don't know. Yes, I assume you have to.
So
save
I
a
can play
slot
2
for it.
cards. I can, well, it has to
Right.
be me.
Can you clarify that for sure, John? Though, if he has a card that says immediately play this, like in response to something, does he have to have saved room to play it in terms of what cards he's normally allowed to play, like the types?
No, so that actually kind of skirts by that rule where if a card tells you you can do it, you can do it. Just like
Great.
it says play an additional attack, this is saying immediately play it. That is in addition to everything else. you
Right.
have.
Perfect.
So
I'm also going to use
yeah,
this
you
ability,
get a free pass on that
so
one.
that draws another.
I'm
card
doing nothing. You guys have fun.
and gets me an extra attack
So
card.
you're killing the boss.
And I'm killing that.
So
Okay.
Sprocket Rocket gets me an additional tech.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
So keep
get behind me there.
Yeah, keep in mind you don't have to do damage. So
Get behind
yeah.
me
Wait, Steve,
there.
are you targeting? You're targeting him.
How did you play 3? Get behind me.
Okay, so
Oh, I see. You played
Sprocket Rocket additional.
to this guy. Yeah.
I'm
This
attacking
one
him.
here and
And
this
then
one
captain.
also gets me not off of a captain.
Oh.
Sprocket Rocket. This one gets me an additional.
what was your captain card?
This is the Sprocket Rocket.
Oh, what are you playing to this ability?
This
then?
one says draw a card. You get an extra tech card
Right.
to play this card.
What are you playing to this?
I'm getting that. I'm getting to that.
Okay.
This is a self-sacrifice.
Which does what?
Going to exhaust that ability to deal 2 damage.
You don't need to deal extra damage.
I
by the
don't
way.
need to do.
He has
deal
killed
extra
it by
damage.
himself.
He has killed it by himself.
So you don't need to do any damage at all.
Okay, I can just hold these then.
Yeah.
I do 1 damage.
Hey, 1 damage is
Thank
1
you.
damage.
Okay.
All right.
Steve's having quite the time over here.
I know.
I'm like, well, I picked the wrong ship. I
Steve?
don't know.
This
you
is
did
better for everyone. I'll be honest.
you did 1 damage.
Alright.
I did 0.
I know.
So-
I did 100% more damage than you.
No.
No.
I'm kidding.
Quick math. NA math.
Quick maths.
EU man.
All right.
Okay,
So-
let's roll for enemies.
Yeah, let's do the boss first, who's targeting Joel. So if you want to roll 3 dice, Joel.
Wait, who's targeting him? Like, who's targeting him?
We know who's targeting him.
Is anyone targeting me?
Yes.
Yes.
Who?
You're being targeted by.
Okay, then I'm playing this.
You're being targeted by misbehavior.
Deflection.
Okay, and I
It's
need
one
to put
cube
a
on this
cube
card
on
for
it.
each of your currently undamaged armor, which is 1.
Great.
When taking damage, you may immediately remove any
Perfect.
quantity of cubes to reduce.
That seems great.
Can you guys tell me when
We
someone's
did.
attacking?
6, 1,
No,
3.
we did tell you.
So 1 damage.
1 damage.
3 is going to be 1 damage.
And then 2 damage plus 2 evades, which doesn't matter because his are all direct.
And then
Right.
2 damage plus 2 evades. So I'm going to take 2 damage, which is going to be the 2 get behind. Or sorry, 1 damage.
Yeah, you take 4 damage.
Okay, so I'm going to lose my get behind me's.
And then.
Oh, actually, I
take one.
forgot to. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll save that for later.
I think we're good on this.
Yeah.
All right. So get behind me's and 1 shield.
That's
down.
no big deal.
It's no big thing.
I'll roll mine next. How many does this roll? 3?
Yeah. A
So
1,
one-
a 2, and a 5. So
1 damage, and
Nothing.
remove an armor.
Oh, no, nothing.
Oh, sorry, 5 is nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you take 2
I
damage.
guess I'll just use the instant repair.
Okay.
So I'll take 1 damage.
So you take 1 damage. So you should not be targeted for the rest of the game now. But that was useful to do that for a turn. Alright, so go ahead and take your damage.
Yes.
Steve can roll 3 dice for his.
Is it from the vulture? Who's
No, it's
attacking me?
misbehavior.
Misbehavior.
Misbehavior. I like
Did
that.
he roll
I think it's
3?
gonna
Did she roll 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Incoming Steve 1 shot.
3, 3, 4,
So you take 3 damage,
1.
but
Oh.
what did this do?
2.
So
So
then
that's
you
2
take 2
damage.
damage. But
I'll
you
do my
can
repair.
Immediately repair.
And then I'll do
and then you
rapid
can
repair.
immediately repair again.
Yeah.
So you took basically
damage.
you took 2 damage to this and you immediately repaired it each
Yes.
time. Great. So you just turn that over, turn the token over
Okay.
to indicate that it's used. All right. And now
Yeah.
I have to roll 4 dice, which is going to be fun. Wow.
Lucky.
Nothing, and 1 damage.
Wow.
Okay. Resolve attacks.
My bomb does nothing.
I 1-shot the boss with 5 damage.
Well done, sir.
I killed Misbehavior with 4 damage. Oh wait, I could play my last card because the Matchlock Repeater let me play another one. Is that worth it?
Just do it with it next turn.
Yeah, I'll just let it go. I'll play it.
So you killed these 2,
I
right?
did 2 damage to that other one.
Okay.
And you did 2 damage to this one. Steve did damage to this one. All right. Oops, I did that the wrong way.
What would you guys do with them? Really?
Die.
Get to play.
Why we brought you along?
Get the
Oh
Yeah.
snap. So you probably.
1, 1, 1.
I'm just
Are
gonna
we starting
target.
over now?
Yeah, I'm gonna target the vulture in the hopes because I don't.
Do these shuffle back down?
cards.
No, you discard everything you played. Plus, you can discard stuff from your hand if you want. If you two want to focus on
And
Garu,
sorry, how many? I draw back
Steve
up
and
to
I
my
can kill the
back
vulture.
up to my starting hand
We
size.
got this.
I think we can kill the vulture.
What's up?
I draw
We
back
probably
up to
won't.
my starting
We
hand
probably
size.
Yeah, you draw your normal, which is the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think.
You draw that many?
Well, if you have 2 cards in your hand, it's
Yeah, you
deducted
draw up
from
to your-
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
so you
that's
draw up
fine.
to your
I'm gonna
total
keep the
hand
cards
size.
that I have in my hand.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
'Cause
It's
it's-
straight garbage.
I can make something direct, but yeah.
How many do we have to get?
Oh, sorry.
Wait, how
the
do I even
vulture?
One
have
of
this
one of these
card?
probably goes after you, and one of them
This
goes
is not
after
even
me.
my card.
Yeah.
So now it got mixed up. In
So,
my mind. I don't have
I
a
guess
spot
you
on
can
it.
take Garu, and I'll take the vulture.
Do I have? I have 2 sprocket rockets. Is one
Okay.
of them mine? That should be mine.
Sprocket rocket.
Yeah.
Oh,
I also have a
He
sprocket
also
rocket.
has 2 sprocket rockets.
I mean, I just went through my deck and I'm missing one.
Steve's been stealing cards all day. It's
Do
fine.
I have 2?
No, that was beside Befreen. I think I
Yes.
might have.
No, I
forgotten
only
to
have
put
1
that-
sprocket rocket.
Really?
That's
Yep.
weird.
Oh no, maybe it's in here.
Yeah, because you just played it.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, that's good.
Steve's a
Um,
card thief.
So wait, how many we need to do to kill the vulture?
3, and I have nothing.
Okay.
But that's
I've
okay.
got
I can.
lots.
I'm gonna evade its attacks because it's attacking me.
So this will be. Oh yeah, I have
Well,
to
if we're
choose
not gonna kill
targets
it this
first,
time-
but I guess I
Here,
was
I
like
can use my Imperial ability
this
to draw an
one.
extra card. Maybe I'll draw something useful.
Where's my target indicator?
Fucking freaking diversion.
Okay, I'm
Uh,
doing.
I don't know.
I'm doing a cannon blast and a
Yeah, I
steam
don't know where it
albatross.
goes to. I
All of
think
the target indicators are
There,
just like
there's no
always
reason
lost.
for you to evade.
Oh, I am not. Oh, you're not getting attacked. Okay.
Oh, I mean, you could play the steam albatross just to draw an extra card if you wanted to play it immediately. Maybe. You
Do I
didn't
get to
want
play a card
attacks.
Which
immediately?
one are you targeting?
Yeah. Do you not
This
have
one?
other attack
Alright, yeah,
cards
I'll just start target this
in
one.
your hand?
That one has
That's-
base,
Why not
one
play that?
attack.
I'm only
Because
doing
we're gonna
2
kill
damage,
it.
so-
You're only dealing
The
I'll do
damage
this
is
one
important.
Wait, you just took Steve's.
That's Steve.
Then. That's
You're
Steve's.
this
Well,
one.
what happened to mine?
Oh, yours
right
is
here.
Oh,
open.
okay. It is
Yeah, so
okay.
you can play the Spocker Rocket, which allows you to play the Cannon Blast.
No, it doesn't. Not the right
Play-
kind of card.
Oh, it's a tech card.
Okay, this is gonna
Sorry.
be
Yeah, that's why I'm like it's kind of
self-sacrifice.
worthless. I was like gonna save
Yeah,
it.
but the other ones aren't useful either.
Another self-sacrifice.
All right, what's your biggest attack?
1.
Really?
Bye, penguin.
Bye,
Good night.
Penguin. Yeah, I'm rocking super hard.
You've
I'm
missed
going
some
to
great Steve plays
You
this
missed,
game.
Steve. There were a
All right.
couple missions where Steve literally did
Redirect.
not take a single action.
This to
I'm like-
this.
Hard carried.
Oh my God.
What? Wow, you're making them attack each other?
I'm making this one's first attack is gonna hit this.
Awesome.
Wait, make this one's
Oh, that's good. Then that's
No,
dead.
I'm
that's
doing
fine.
4 damage
Okay.
to it.
Yeah.
Then that's dead, probably.
And then I am going
Hopefully.
to
Painted Meeple, thank you for the
By way, so
host.
I'm
Thank you for the
marking
host.
this,
Noble
so
Inspiration.
When it dies, I'm
Alright.
gonna gain a health.
Nice. Noble Inspiration. Refresh that. Use it
Right.
to draw
I'm-
an additional card. And
Whatever
get an
your guys'
additional
biggest attack is, it's
play.
now can't be evaded.
All right.
it's direct
I
damage.
have a 2, which is probably the
Yeah,
best.
Yeah, your two.
And I'll use the additional weapon play to
Great.
play and just an additional 1
So your
damage.
2 can't be evaded now.
Alright, sweet. Roll it up, boys.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and roll for the vulture.
Attacking whom?
Me. 1 damage, receive 1 less damage, and then nothing. I evade all of its attacks. It takes 1 less damage, but Steve's still going to do 1 damage to it eventually. We will see if Garu does as well.
Garu's coming at me.
Yes.
Yes.
But you redirected one of its attacks, right? The first one?
It's true. Yeah.
So roll 1 die.
So
Yeah, roll them one at a time.
Is it the first action or the first attack?
it's the first. It reads first attack.
So
So
roll them in
Oh, wait.
order.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll them in order, and when you get an attack, it goes at the enemy ship.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
so
awesome.
1.
All
So
right,
that'll
so-
just go at the end.
Yeah, so this one's basically going to take 2
All right.
and not the last one.
And then the remaining 3 are
Uh,
a damage
and then 2 evades.
and 2 evades, which is
but
okay.
It still takes 2 damage
think
because I
it's
made
still-
yours direct. It evades
Yeah.
twice, and then you guys have 4 damage.
So it evades. The evade order is like the largest, right?
Yeah,
So it's
right.
gonna evade.
Most value.
Take 2.
It evades
Evade
2
a 2,
singles.
and then hit for 1.
Plus
and
all of
how many
Pravine's stuff.
Pravine's also
And
got.
because
All
it
right.
died, I get to heal my ship.
Great.
Yeah.
So it's
I
dead.
took 1 damage there.
You took 1 damage,
Yeah.
yes.
Joel, we're beasts.
All right.
MVPs over here.
Can I kill it? Can I be the one that just kills it?
Everyone, quickly draw your cards and kill it.
I mean,
Hell no.
I just.
Oh,
I
that one
didn't draw any
survived.
attack cards. I'm going to evade 1 attack and draw a card.
All right.
Nope.
I'm gonna.
Okay,
Nothing.
it's me. Deal 1 damage. Cannon blast. Cannon blast, boys.
We actually need to deal 2. We actually need to deal more than 1 damage because it could receive less damage.
Well, I'm dealing 3 damage, so.
All
Just
right.
like unload everything.
I'm evading its attack. So, hey, look, it does.
Shield splitter, boys.
It receives 1 less damage
Noble
and
Inspiration.
restores an armor. But we're doing like
refresh
a
this.
billion damage.
Its first attack is going to hit itself.
It didn't do any attacks.
Oh, it didn't make any attacks.
I'm using my Agent
Well,
Just
you're supposed to plan that
Master.
It
before-
didn't matter.
Agent Just
While
Master.
Steve yells random shit, I kill it.
No, I did. No. I did 2 damage to it. I won. I won the
I
game.
moved the dice. but
I won
Oh
the
yeah.
game.
So I
you-
kill it.
I killed it.
Joel and I need to roll for scrap on these ships, just
What?
for the lulls,
Wait, why?
because they're dead and they were attacking us when they
Wait,
died.
just don't.
Oh,
do it.
I
It's fine.
see.
So, hey, I want to have 12 scrap because I've been broke all game.
Feels bad,
8.
man.
So
Those
there is
scrap-
a variant that allows you to play campaign where when you finish a mission, you go ahead and just start the next mission. But when you start it, you start off at tier 3.
And you
But you
just
get to
keep
keep
going.
everything you had from the first
Nice.
one. So you just keep rolling through.
Legacy, boys.
That's cool.
That's what I want to do. I got some good shit on my
So we
ship.
did it. Three of us died, but we completed enough missions.
Henley, thank you for the
Thank you for the host. 15
Thank you.
viewers.
The classic almost done with stream
Yeah.
host.
Yep.
Welcome everyone. So let's talk about this game. I'm gonna let Praveen go first because, as always, we're gonna start with component quality and
Before
artwork.
we get into that, I want to say this game was fantastic, but I might have to find some more experienced players to help me out.
Oh! Yeah,
Crazy.
you try being a greaser tub.
Okay, let's do our final thing, but let's do like 1 minute per topic.
Yeah. So, Praveen.
The art is beautiful. I mean, there's nothing to say. Like, everything looks good. It's very clear and visible. Like,
That one ship
except
with-
for the one thing is, like, maybe it's because I wasn't looking, but like at first I couldn't identify which cards belonged to whose.
I
Like,
actually did have trouble with that a few times. Like,
but I think it's because I didn't understand that, like, this particular one, like, it doesn't have an affiliation with like a class. It's just an upgrade.
Yeah.
So it took me a second to realize that. But I loved it. It actually looks really cool. Are these painted, by the way, like actual paints?
No, it's all digital paintings.
Oh, gotcha.
So I actually do all of it was done on this tablet.
I was gonna say it looks
Oh,
tablet.
that's a nice one. Is that like a nice and
Yeah, I was actually gonna approach Samsung and tell them what I did with their tablet and that they should promote my product because of how much I use theirs. But yeah, it was all done on the tablet, the Samsung Galaxy Note 10
Oh, really?
or 10 and 12 because I upgraded. But
Nice.
That is fantastic. I didn't realize. So I've been meaning to get like one of the new iPads, which are
Yeah.
supposed to be good for like Photoshop and stuff like that. But
I'm sorry.
I was gonna get one of the new iPads that are supposed to be like
This is the
really
mic.
good.
Praveen, talk
The
this
mic
out.
is right next
well,
to
I
you.
have to face in a direction.
Yeah, at the
Okay,
mic.
so I'm not familiar with the iPads and what they've started to do, but the biggest thing about this tablet is the fact that it has an active digitizer with the pen it has.
Oh.
That it actually detects how hard you press, and so like actually
Nice.
working on some Palm Island stuff right now on there, you can see. And so depending on how hard you're pressing, it will end up changing your stroke style,
Yeah.
just like a Wacom tablet or
Awesome.
anything
Right.
you'd use with a
All
computer.
right. This
So-
stream sponsored by Samsung.
Right.
Give us a cut.
So, other things that I wanted to know about the components themselves. The cards are really nice, linen finish. We love to see that. The player boards
They're
are
really
like
nice.
a
Boards
double
are
layer chipboard style, where you can see that there's actually like an indent here where the cards for your crew members go. There are indents for all of the pieces, so you can see I'm holding it at an angle, and all the system upgrades aren't falling off. That's awesome. You have these nice thick stands for all the ships. You have like these really nice big cards for things that aren't going into your decks or are not crew
Transparent
members.
cards are awesome.
Yeah, the transparent cards are very
yeah.
gloomish, and I like it.
That
Yes.
monkey is a beast. Dude.
I-
The monkey saved
This
my
monkey.
That's honestly, that is the thing that caught my eye to look at this game in the first place when I saw it on Kickstarter was the clear cards with the sort of the modular crew members. That was the thing where I was like, wow, that's really cool and rarely done. And then I looked at everything else and I was and then I got sold when looking at the whole package. But that was something I was really excited about, and you pulled it off really
Yeah,
really
we
well.
actually it was funny, we took some flack over having clear cards, and they were like, oh, that's such a gimmick. And I don't know, to me, if you're going to go that route, then everything in a board game is a gimmick, because having pawns are a gimmick. You don't need it. You could use a cube.
You could use
Right.
stones and dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you need a board?
So
You
it
could.
was kind of funny, but I thought it was a better use. Like originally we had tokens for the crew type, and they went on a card and stuff.
Mhm.
But the clear cards that definitely help bring out the personality of each person. I like the whole foreground background thing.
Yeah.
And it did its job because it got Jordan to look at it. So.
Exactly.
I actually love clear cards. I wish
yeah.
more games used them.
Yeah, they're
Even just
fun.
like
Yeah.
it doesn't even need. I don't think it's a gimmick, because I think board games have a problem a lot where people put so much work into the art and then the cards like obscure it. As
It
soon
gets
as you
stacked
put
on
something
top.
it, like
Yeah.
even if it's not useful, it just makes it so you can see more stuff,
I-
which I like.
Also, these scrap meters are awesome. I was actually reading a lot on game design recently, and one of the like really big points they made is that when you're giving out a lot of something that's a currency, instead of giving people like a ton of tokens that they have to track, like giving them wheels that they can just turn to keep track of the total number is like a better way to do that when you're designing your game components. So I love seeing that. Yeah.
What about learning curve?
Learning curve.
I'll take learning curve.
If you want a little Easter egg that I don't think anybody has picked up on or will pick up on, but I'll give it to you guys and your viewers here.
Exclusive, guys. This is exclusive. Clip this.
On the scrap meters, you'll see down at the bottom, real small. It's just kind of just added like a little bit of like flavor to it. Say, oh, it feels like a real meter of some kind because it's branded. Well, actually, one of our we had a proofreader who was very involved, and he did a great job and asked for no pay. And his name was Neil Amswitch. So that's why I did Amswitch Precision.
Nice.
And actually, the model number, if you break down the numbers, 14, 5, 9, 12 spells Neil.
Whoa, no
Nice.
way. That's awesome.
That's awesome. I love it.
Easter egg.
Great.
I need to get Easter eggs in this.
So
board
learning
games.
curve, Steve.
Learning curve. This one was I would say it's like a mid. It's not a very, very simple game to understand, but it's not like totally complex.
There's a lot of moving parts.
There's a lot of moving parts. Like I think now that I've played, like it's fine. It's really easy to play again. I had a little trouble with like learning like what cards belong in my deck and like how to tell what belonged in and what didn't. But with that, I figured that out.
Yeah.
It's because I'm garbage. But
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like the hardest problem that I have getting people to play this game with me is just that it looks daunting at first with all the decisions that you have to make, and like you can make things a lot easier by like starting with a recommended build your first game and stuff like that, and take some of the decisions away, and then deal with the decisions the more complex way once you know what you're doing. But a lot of people look at a game like this and they're like, whoa. And then, but like, I feel like once you've played the game even just once, you significantly cut down on the amount of time it takes to play, for one. And two, it's like people understand why things matter at that point.
yeah, I feel like I just want to play like one like random battle and then be like, okay, got it, and then play like a full thing. Like,
Yeah. I mean, this wasn't even a full game, right? Because
Yeah.
we started on tier 2.
Yeah, so there is a starting tutorial mission
okay.
that comes in it, and it actually kind of just walks you through and it has all the cards and thing, and it's like everything almost that does it for you.
It's
in a
very
way that it walks
self-directed.
you through
Awesome.
what
Yeah.
you kind of do in the game, and that's what that's supposed to be for.
We just skipped
but it
ahead.
does make a big difference when you push the bits a bit and get through a battle or experience what the difference between tier 2 and tier 3 is. Do you need 3 ships? to
It's
fight
life and death.
the commanders or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was kind of like there was a lot going on, but I actually thought that was better. Like, I preferred that. It would have been easier, of course, if we weren't streaming and everyone wasn't hearing all our voices at the same
Yeah.
time. But I like that would have made it so there's less downtime.
Yeah.
I think that would have been weird though. Actually, I don't know if I would have liked that.
Oh, I actually love that you can do things simultaneously, not just for like resolving combat, but also like completely separate assignments. A, it cuts down on time, but also B, I think it adds to the feeling of the game's theme, where it's like you're in this hectic like steampunk dogfight. Basically, everybody's like going around, trying to shoot people, trying to not get hit, and so it's like you're constantly doing stuff. This game doesn't have a lot of downtime because it allows you to do that. Whereas the way we played it, just to stretch it out for stream, we had a lot of downtime for players as we were letting other people do stuff. So I think it's really great that you have a co-op game where people can be doing different stuff, but they don't have downtime. That's really hard to get all of that right.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting because I almost want to categorize this as a team game. That's what my son calls cooperative games. He calls them team games because the big difference is that you're bringing your own ship to a fight where you're working together. But most co-op games, you have a pretty simple turn and everyone weighs in on what you should do with your turn.
Right.
And that was something I really wanted to address in this design. Was, I mean, I played Pandemic and it was like it was all right, but I was like,
Yeah, everybody
it's too
kind of
easy to
takes the turns
quarterback,
at the same time,
you know,
right?
and that I find myself suggesting to others, and they say me here, and so I wanted to address that in the game, that you have your own thing kind of going on, and that I'm playing this character and I'm doing a good job at this character, and I tell you what I can bring to the table. That I'm saying, you know, if you need help there, I can bring some damage or something like that, because you have so much going on. It's really hard to worry about other people.
Yeah.
It would have been kind of hilarious to play this game diplomacy style, where you write down all your actions and they just all like go out at the same time for battle purposes. That would have been really amusing, just to see someone like, if you, for example,
you
didn't
could-
know who everyone was targeting, if you just all unloaded on one ship and it's like, oops.
Yeah. I mean, you could do parts of that. You could say like select all of your cards, but don't reveal them to the other players,
Yeah,
and then reveal it once, right? You could choose to do that.
That would definitely make it a lot harder in a game that's already very, very hard.
Yes.
You guys played the easy mission. You had 3 deaths and you still won. If you play any other mission, that will not happen.
Right.
Really?
If you have a lot of deaths, it's not. Well, first of all, I don't know. Jordan has played Warlords, right?
I actually haven't played that one yet.
Oh, okay. Well, if you play a Warlord, you lose. That's pretty much how it works.
Great.
Um,
That's a good thing.
And it's really meant to be extremely hard, was what I was going for. The more players you have, it does have a slight curve to making
Thank
it
you for the host on
easier.
Mini Gaming.
But I personally was, when we were working on it, I wanted a game that you could enjoy losing.
Right.
And it's kind of funny, like
Yeah.
a lot of people get kind of upset with that a little bit. But there's also ways to adjust it. We have some variants that allow you to make it easier or harder. But the Warlords are very difficult. You need to play the longer missions and do pretty well leading up to the Warlord and try to make the best decisions all the way through.
Right.
To be well prepared.
Yeah.
But it's definitely tough. But it makes that moment when you finally defeat that Warlord, it makes that moment mean that much more.
Sounds
Right.
like a perfect game for Steve.
Thanks for the
Exploding
host, Exploding
dice.
Guys.
Thank you
So
for the host.
this is actually something that we talk about a lot on stream, whereas, like, in general, I think we more or less agree, we might fudge the numbers a little bit, but we more or less agree that a co-op game, you should lose, like, 65 to 70% of the time.
I think Slaughter says 80.
Not
Some people-
necessarily.
Said 80?
Some-
On your first try.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, some of us like it a little bit easier, some of us like it a little bit harder, but, like, I think we all agree that it should be at least like 50%. So like I think a hard co-op game is a great thing, and I think you've done a really good job with that. And I think it's great that you have all these different missions that are different difficulty levels, so you can kind of choose what you want based on the players that you have and, you know, how you're feeling on a particular day and how much experience people have with the game. Because a lot of co-op games get significantly easier the more you play them, and you've kind of addressed that by having the different missions and variants that you can use.
Cool. Anything else to discuss, guys?
My only final comment is that I have absolutely no regrets getting this game and backing on Kickstarter. I think it turned out it's probably one of the highest quality games that I own in terms of like the amount of care and money clearly that was put into the quality of all of the components and the artwork and everything. You know, this was clearly a passion project where you know, pulled out all the stops and made the best game that you possibly could, and it shows.
Cool. Well, thanks everyone for playing. So let's a round of applause to John. John, thanks so much
Yes.
for being here.
Thank
and
you.
designing this game, and coaching us.
Thank you.
And if you like this game and like the stuff that John does, you can back his game Palm Island on Kickstarter right now.
Yes,
we will-
Yeah, John, feel free to post the link in chat
please
if you
post
have it
the link.
handy for the Kickstarter. Also, if you click on the image of the box art below the stream, you can go to the Portal Dragon website for orders for this game. And go check that out there if you want to get a copy for yourself. It is definitely worth it, I can tell you that.
Yeah, we're
it's
hoping
awesome.
to. I've got some expansion stuffs in the works that hopefully will be coming probably next year with the projects I have kind of coming up. But there is a lot more content that I'm working towards, and I am working also towards. I mean, I'm under no illusions that this game is perfect, and there are definitely some things that I wanted to address. There's the randomness in this game. There is a lot, and I enjoy that. But I also wanted to bring a lot more story to it, and so that's something I'm looking at doing with the expansion is following a more direct storyline with more a long-term strategy that you can start investing in technology and upgrades over longer periods of time. This is definitely meant to be a session-based game that you sit down, you play it, and it's you start and finish in the same session. But I kind of want to bring a longer campaign into that. So hopefully with the expansion, I can end up addressing that. I've got some more ships, which I do have some that I'm working on.
Yes.
The Taku you saw, you
Death
fought, I
Star
think.
style.
He is one of my favorites, and so he's one of the few. We got a couple others here, so but he is actually my favorite. So I want to get him in print. So that's forthcoming, and I have a lot of people who keep bugging me about it.
Awesome.
I'm working towards it. I got a lot going on, and I got a lot of other projects that will hopefully put me in a position where I can spend more time on design and making games.
Well, that's very exciting, and we definitely look forward to seeing all of your projects come to fruition.
Yeah, please come back.
Yes.
Please,
So-
please,
Oh, sure.
please.
So-
Streaming Palm Island probably won't be the best, but
We'll wear body
another
cam.
game
We'll wear
actually
body
coming out
cams.
later this year
IRL.
called Planetoid, which actually may, and it's a lot lighter, so we won't have to spend so many hours on the
Right.
single game, and so you can end up
Awesome.
having a look at that.
Well,
So maybe
we'd
I'll
love to
swing
check that
I
out.
don't know if you guys do prototypes or anything.
We do.
like
We do.
that.
We love
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll swing one of those. Your
This
guys'
stream is a
way,
prototype,
when we
so-
get to it.
Great. So, Steve, I believe you have
Okay, I
a
have
surprise
two
for
orders
us.
of business. The first order of business, the game's playing the next 2 weeks. They changed again. There are two awesome things. On March 7th, 1 week from now, we are playing one of my favorite games, A Fake Artist Goes
not
to
here
New
for
York. That was Praveen's
Praveen,
first stream.
It's your
That's
favorite
not
game,
first game.
and you're not going to be here.
No, I
Rip.
won't be here.
And then the week after, we are playing Magic Maze, which you've been waiting for since last year.
The hits
That's a good
game
game.
of PAX
It's a
Unplugged.
very good game. And speaking of games, something came in the mail from Double Hawk.
What is it?
What?
I will show you. So,
Is it age appropriate? Can it be shown on stream? Is it a mutilated
set,
head?
okay, set our stream to mature because I'm going to open this box.
It's going to blow your mind.
Okay, it is something from Double Hawk.
Double Hawk, what did
What
you
is
do?
this?
Okay, there's a note.
Steve, you suck.
The note says,
A gift for you.
"Again, I look forward to the salt, Double Hawk.
Oh no.
The game
Oh
is
no.
No.
Unspeakable Words.
I remember him
Deluxe
mentioning
Edition.
this.
What is this?
So I forget, what did he say about it?
It's I don't he couldn't describe it. Do you want to just read the description
Okay,
really quick?
read the description.
Oh, I'm already into it.
Deep in the corners of letters, the hounds of Tinalos wait for the unsuspecting and unspeakable words. The Call to Cthulhu word game. In the serious game based on literary works of H.P. Lovecraft, you use your hand of cards to form words to score. Determine the number of angles in the letters. But you must be careful because every misstep could cost you, since you must test the strength of your mind against each word's point value by rolling a 20-sided die. So I think, yeah, you try to spell a good word and try to roll something lower than the word you just spelled.
Alright, so Steve is screwed.
I'm dead. It comes with 40 Cthulhu pawns, including 10 glow-in-the-dark pawns, and a custom glow-in-the-dark 20-sided die. We're playing this in the dark, guys.
Oh,
What?
yes. Gonna see.
Yes. Double Hawk, thank you so much for sending this. We
Thank
will be
you,
playing
our
it
favorite
soon.
Mod.
To our favorite mod.
Even upgraded.
Because Penguin's gone. So that's our big news. So thanks everyone for joining.
Thank you.
If you like the game, you can go below to the store and get it yourself. If you liked the stuff that John makes, you can go to Kickstarter right now.
Please check out Zephyr on their website, Portal Dragon's website, and Palm Island on Kickstarter.
Yes.
For 13 days.
And let's see
13!
if there's anyone for
That
us
is a
to
number.
raid.
You're correct. That is a number.
It is a number. Okay, we are gonna raid someone, guys, I think.
Looks like fun.
see here.
Leviathan.
Who are we rating?
I picked.
Code
Ooh,
Beans.
ooh, yes, yes.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna rate someone that we love, someone we hung out with a lot at PAX Unplugged, and someone who's doing
Wait, what?
a triple giveaway right now. So make sure to go check him out for your chance to win some cool stuff. He is our good friend. Happy Fun Time Live.
Yes.
Go over there and let
He's
him
already-
know where you came from. Show him some love. And we will catch you all next week.
That's
Thank you,
7.
John, again
John.
for joining us.
Thank you.
We really appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much for having me.
And we hope you
Playing the
all
game.
have a good
That was
night.
amazing.
We will see you all next week. Goodbye.
Bye everyone.
Bye.